Welcome back, fellow scribes, to another round of Civ 7 here. And this time we're playing Pachacuti. Now, I thought about, playing Inca all the way through. I mean, we've played Spain, we've played Abbasid. I'm not going to lie. I tried playing Inca in a few games, saw some cool stuff. I was not doing great. I'm a layman when it comes to this, okay? I do good sometimes. So it didn't really go the way I wanted. That's life. So I decided, hey, why don't we mix it up and do what it suggests, So we're doing the online speed, long age length and all that. There's the seed and stuff. We'll put it in the description as always. While I'm getting set up here, if you want to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, go ahead. If not, well, just enjoy the video then. So yeah, we're going to play Pachacuti here. Now, the reason I chose Mississippi, even though I was doing abysmally as Inca, is because I think it pairs rather well with Pachacuti. It's a good recommendation, because right here we get food adjacency to mountains on all buildings. All right. Well, what if we don't have a lot of mountains? Well, look at that. We got 3. It's going to take a while to get there, so it's kind of a little rough. So I figured, hey, why don't we let Mississippi kind of help us out here? So we also get food adjacency for resources. So that's really going to help us because Pachacuti's all about getting production in his cities for food. So I think that's going to pair very well. On top of that, wonderful Mississippi ability, 10% production towards constructing buildings. So we make our buildings a little faster. Monk's Mound, definitely want to try to get that. I really want Monk's Mound. I have a kind of idea of what I want to do here for this win. We're going to see if we can acquire it. So there's that. And then we have this. Yeah, this was kind of the end of some of the games. I might have still won. It would have been a struggle for me. I'll admit, I don't like struggling. That's just me. I'm not saying I won an easy game, but boy, it would have been a slog. So, Burning Arrows, wonderful unit. Hate being against them, love being with them. That burning status, ooh, great for offense, great for defense. Overall, love Burning Arrow. All right, so then here's our stuff here. So we don't have any syncretism because this is an Antiquity Civ, so that's how that's going to go. So we got our pot cops here, so we get gold, and we get food adjacency for resources. So more food, more production, just feeds into itself. That's the goal. All right, and then we got these lovely, lovely traditions. So I know we already have a regular policy for this, but you plot this in with that, oh, you're going to be making some money and happiness there because we're all about sending out. The economics, that's kind of our goal here. And then we also get combat strength for land units when defending. That's great. When making peace with another leader, our relationship with that leader returns to neutral. Oh, and I get a free merchant in my capital. Now I'm starting to see. Tecumseh was fighting me, and he was Mississippi. I'm now starting to see why they do that. I really won't be using that too much, but if they war me, I will try to piece them out quickly and get this stuff up and running. And then we got the shell-tempered pottery, which is really great for us because we're probably going to be more landlocked than anything. So food, gold, and warehouse buildings get gold adjacency to resources. So that's really going to help us out. Really going to help us out. And now, since we're so economic and expansionist, I decided to grab a cultural and scientific attribute point to kind of help us out in that regard because, we're kind of doubling down on this. I could have tripled down, but I didn't really feel like that was the necessary call. But that's just me. Like I said, layman here. I just play what feels good, kind of what's going to help me out, have a fun game, And that's the other thing. Those other games, I just wasn't really having fun. And I feel like that's the main goal here, have fun, have a good time. We chat, we watch, we game, that sort of thing. All right, so we're on fresh here. Let's get this ball rolling, huh? So we're on fresh. I kind of like where we're at. We got a great tile here for science. Even this is not bad. I really like this kind of area. It looks really good to me. Got plenty of good resources we want to work to. Probably going to head out towards these dates first, with our rural population. And my building population probably going to kind of head this way and other ways. I do like the science, but I do have to think about culture as well, where those buildings will go. So we'll kind of figure that out. Either way, let's get in here. Boom, there is Cahokia. Welcome to Cahokia. As you can see, we have 5 food, 5 production, 5 happiness. We settled on fresh, so we got 5 extra happy. So we're looking pretty solid. And now we'll go in here and we'll put this on palace and city halls and this on palace and city halls. So now we'll have 1 science and 1 culture, bringing us up to 11 apiece, which I think is a great way to kind of jumpstart our economy a little bit in those regards. All right, I think we're going to do a double scout probably. We'll find out. Let's get this going. There's our first guy. Agriculture unlocked, as it usually is, unless you do a few other things, which can be fun. All right, let's head out this way. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we end up shy of the horses and silk here, but that is still a great tile for us because we can kind of get in here with some other things. Because I will admit, this tradition down here, I'm going to love this tradition. This is going to be one of my favorite traditions. That's probably going to be slotted almost the whole game once I get it. Because I love putting stuff next to resources. And now when I do it, I get gold out of it for warehouse. Is that also food? Warehouse, food, gold, and warehouse buildings. Yeah, so, and this start, almost anywhere I put one of those buildings, I'm getting money. Once I get that tradition, of course. All right, so now looking up, are we going pottery or animal husbandry? Sailing is completely useless right now. Not a single navigable river or ocean, so we'll have to figure that out. So woods or mines? What are we looking at? Looking like kind of a woods area. I will admit, we do have some mines. It's kind of a 50-50 on that, I will admit. I think we're probably going to end up doing woodcutters first. I think that would probably be best. Also, getting burning arrows just seems like a great idea just right off the bat there. So I think that's what we'll do. We definitely like those burning arrows. They're a great defense for us. Now, I do want to get out to these dates very quickly, I will admit. I also just like having all these yields as well. So that's kind of another thing throwing me off. So I'm going to go ahead and go here, even though I said I want to go this way, because I'm getting a science and a happiness out of that. So that's really going to start snowballing us very slowly. That trickle's really going to help us out. All right, let's get a good search off. Let's see what we got going on around us here. All right, a lot of stuff. Probably going to go for a third scout. That's usually my go-to, but I'm definitely liking the location. Also, I should have checked to see if we're more southerly or northerly. That really helps with the scouting. Let's go ahead and try to check that. Okay, about mid-map probably. Yep, definitely. Pretty much we're free to go wherever. Middle of the map. I both love and hate that for different reasons. The reason being is that if you're more southerly or northerly, it really helps. You can kind of decide, oh, hey, this is where these people are. I can kind of, defend myself more accurately. Versus, being middle of the map, it's kind of like, hey, people might be on me on all directions, which is, that can be kind of iffy. All right, so, okay, we got some elephants out here. Okay, yeah, we got plenty of resource areas. Oh man, that card is going to be plugged in forever. All right, let's go ahead and grow our city. Okay, that has 2, okay, I can't pass up this 2 happiness. Also, that is 4 gold into my empire right now, making me a good chunk of change. So, wrong thing to click on. Sorry, there we go, resources. Already making 4 gold. So, that is really going to just start snowballing us. We're going to go for 1 more scout, and then we'll see about maybe purchases. Probably not right away. But yeah, getting that 4 gold, bringing us up to 10 a turn, that's great because while we're working on this, yeah, this is 3. This is actually 6 turns, so producing them is more effective, of course. But it's nice to have that in case, oh, hey, I can pop out another unit if need be. So, never hurts to have a good chunk of change. Also, now we're seeing, there we go, we got some mountains down here we can work with. Definitely a settleable area we would want to do because we can't get these otherwise. So maybe a settle in here looks pretty good. For very flat land, it's actually not terrible to look at. Yeah, it's not too bad, actually. So we'll get a bit of mountains, a bit of resources. The only downside to the Mississippian ability is it is an empire ability, so we will lose the food adjacency to our resources when we switch, unless we keep Mississippi. So that is something to think about. All right, righty here. Let's see how this scouting goes for us. Oh, we got one there we got to take care of. All right, now as we are kind of making our way through the map here, let's get closer to this guy. Oh, wow, full map. Okay, yeah, we're probably going to need a 4th scout then. I'm really liking this mountain range here. There's a river here that's good. Okay, I really like how that looks. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I'm going to start taking a look at the legacies here. All right, so, I like how it kind of gives us an idea of what we're running into. Now this stuff is whatever. This doesn't tell you much of anything. But if we go further down, it does. So let's see here. Alright, so there's 2 natural wonders on our homelands. We are playing Terra Incognita, so everything is split up. So pretty much this doesn't tell us too much of anything. Because I was playing Fractal, maybe I'll go back to it. But in my opinion, I wasn't really a fan of like, hey, everybody's on the same continent. It's fun every now and then, but I mean, I'd rather just click on a Pangea map. That's just me personally. I do like the kind of, you don't know what you're getting into with it, though. So there is, that appeal of, what's it all going to be. But in my opinion, it kind of makes things a little harder when it comes to, like, exploration age and stuff. Because you're, like, got to go for, like, little islands. Like, the treasure's not really there. Now, to be fair, in this case, we might not even do that either, but we'll see. Either way, we got 2 natural wonders here. Yep, we got 5 other people plus us, so that's 6 people on this continent. So that kind of lets us know what's going on. Mainly, I was focused on this. I don't know if we'll get them, but if I get 1 wonder, that would be pretty nice. We'll see if there's anything near us, and we'll just keep going and see what we can find out. All right, good. We got burning arrows. We got our saw pits. Definitely going to want to make use of that saw pit ASAP, pretty much. Oh, yeah, let's go sailing. Definitely, 100%. Maybe later, but not right now. There's really nowhere for us to worry about jumping in water, jumping out, because we can jump in water, or rivers, I should say, as scouts, so we don't have to worry about that. So that we don't have to worry about. I think, honestly, we just take up pottery right now. Masonry's pretty good, but it's not really my focal point. I want to get my production buildings up first. I like having those first. Alright, so since that's kind of there, we'll go ahead, let's pop down one. Okay, so a full close-off mountain, pretty much, with a river. Very, very interesting. Alright, let's get up this way if we could. Sweet, we were able to jump it. Another river, this is really good to know. So Cahokia can come out to here. So we could probably see a settle here or around here somewhere. That would really kind of help us out. I like that. Alright, so what do we got? So enjoy the fair, we can increase our happiness, or we can take 22 culture. Let's go ahead and finish chiefdom up. I would admit, both of these are great with the updates and stuff. Taking happiness now feels more, you know, like important than before, in my opinion. But I definitely want this culture, because now we're done with chiefdom. We can immediately start plugging things in. We're already looking pretty decent on the science, so let's just go ahead and even that out with our culture. So now we're a 13-13. Not too bad. Not too shabby. All right, now do we want to get into the main area of the Antiquity civics, or do we want to go Mississippian civics? I do like the Mississippian civics. One bad, amazing thing here is that we can get Monk's Mound really early in the game. Really early. And I love ticking the AI off, so I would definitely want that. Now, what else do we got? This gets a tradition slot. Well, we really don't have to worry about this one too much right now, do we? Because that's a gift economy, and we're not importing anything as of yet. In 7 turns, we still wouldn't be, because we have to get our... Well, actually, hold up. Okay, we can get our merchants earlier. A lot earlier. However, we would still have to do this one first. So there's that. Anything else in here? Mysticism's great. Discipline's great. So we're only doing these 1 turn faster. Now, that's not bad. I mean, doing something a turn faster is always great. But in my opinion, for a 1 turn difference, I can unlock a wonder, I can unlock a tradition, I can unlock a pot cop, I can unlock a merchant. I think 1 extra turn for these 4 things is amazing. Also, Monk's Mound all the way back here. Everybody else has to go here. So I can just pop that off and go. And we are, as you kind of guessed, we have a lot of economics rolling with us. We're going to try to shoot for economics. Alright, so now let's take a look at our traditions. Or, my bad, our governments. Now, what do we want to look into? This would be great. We could get our wonder out faster. But the other question is, are we going to bother with doing multiple wonders this game? Maybe a little bit. I'm not really, you know, that concerned about it. So really, this tradition, you know, if we're not going to do a lot of wonders, it doesn't really help us. This great works thing, that's not bad. That's actually decent. But it's like, are we going to play a heavy science game this time? I mean, we're going to do a decent amount of science, of course. You'll always do a decent amount of science and culture, obviously. It's just, what are we really shooting for here? So I really don't think we're going heavy on this. We're only going to get 1 extra culture right now, which is not bad, but we're not really doing a whole lot. Now, despotism. I'm not going to lie. Maybe we go fight people. I kind of would prefer to have a more active mindset on this. You know, I'm not really searching for people to fight. I actually kind of want to trade. I'm going to play heavy into the economics. Probably going to do an economic victory. That's kind of the thought process at the moment. So with that in mind, honestly, oligarchy is going to be our way to go. On top of that, with this ability, we're actually doing 10% of this on top of our 10% as Mississippi. And then we can also purchase things cheaper if we have in fishing and farming towns. So that's really good too. Now, what else we got? The 200 gold scale, great. Food scaling, that's great with Pachacuti. He loves food to turn into production. And then again, Anona and production, so it's really just helping him build and grow. So honestly, I think oligarchy is going to be a great fit for Pachacuti here, especially as Mississippi. So we're going to go ahead and lock that in. We're going to move forward. All right, boom. There we go. We got our 3rd scout. Let's go ahead and head for this guy. We're going to see what this I was going to go here and scout. Kind of useless, though. So let's go ahead and hop in the water here. All right, so we got a great river here. Great river. I definitely feel like settling down here. I definitely kind of feel like settling up here, too. Let's actually pop up. Okay, we actually found a guy. All right, that's going to help us kind of determine things. We could befriend him, start befriending a cultural. However, I mean, he does end up at a perfect spot. So we stop growing right here, and he closes off right here. So it does eat up good land. I think we try to take him, though. I think we try to take him. Reason being, I kind of like this spot better. Now, of course, there's another option. We can go in here, friend him up, incorporate him. Now, do we want to do that? Do we want to do an incorporation here? That's a long investment. That is a long investment. So we do have to think on that. For now, let's take a look at other things. We got our 3 scouts. I kind of want another scout. I'm going to wait. I think this saw pit really gonna activate for us. So with that in mind, we are going to lose probably a bit of production here because I'm thinking of going here. Or my bad, some science and happiness. So let's see. If we go here, I can get out on this side of it, get some culture going. Because we're definitely, this is going to be our science area, which means actually probably crushing this would be ideal. I can get a great library real quick and then still a decent tile. However, I can't build up on this. It'll be a 2 forever. So there is that. I guess it really wouldn't matter either way. We go here. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're getting food adjacency off of our stuff, of course. If we go here, that's going to offer us, you know, good tile for monuments and stuff. We could also do that out here. But to be fair, I kind of want to avoid this volcano. You know, I kind of want to just let these be what they are, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and crush this. So we're going to crush that woodcutter. That seems a little counterintuitive, I know. But we're going to crush that, and we're going to move our production. Granted, these are great, but we're going to come out here, get some of this food so that way we can get out to these dates. It's really going to kind of help boost Cahokia here with that, so that's why we're going out this way. All right, so let's move on. To be fair, honestly, this spread of resources is really great for us, because with the tradition we'll eventually unlock, yeah, this is actually 4 food and 3 happiness. So that's really great for us. Really helps boost Cahokia up right now. Yeah, those dates are really good. Because we got our gold, let's get our food so we can kind of expand out here. It's kind of the way I'm wanting to do things here. Alright, I'm going to come down this way. Okay, wow, that is really good to know. So we have ran into Xerxes here. We will be friendly with him for now. The downside, though, is he is... I could offer him open markets. Oh, I'm annoyed that when you have the first people, you can't tell. Let's just hold off. I'll admit, you know, a little extra gold. That's great. That's fantastic. Don't really care at this moment. So he's at 1 settlement of 4. All right, he's down here. Very hard to get to him. I would want to do a settle up here. I kind of want to get on the other side of this map. Well, maybe not on the other side. I actually want to do a settle over here now to kind of close this gap now that I'm looking at it. All right, I knew Gatapuro would do that. We're going to kind of fall back, maybe go up here or kind of go into this valley and see what we got going on. As for this, we're going to kind of scooch around. Okay, big navigable out here. Definitely getting more search off, which I really like. All right, there's Bang Mo. Hurts a little bit, but we'll go ahead and repair that farm. It's still just a 1 tile. I was hoping to have more... How do I want to put it? Okay, we're definitely going for that. I wanted more fertility. Wanted more yields on that tile. All right, so we can get production and happiness or gold. 37 gold is not bad. But this production and happiness would be great. Might even finish our saw pit. And it did. That is beautiful. We're getting 2 food off of that because of the resource adjacency. So even more food for us. We can start putting out settlers. Not a bad idea, actually, to do that. I am going to do one thing, though. Let's see here. So this is going to be a plantation, a plantation. We do have a few areas for a granary, so it's kind of... Actually, you know what? Yes. Let's do a granary. It's going to get us more food. We're going to do that. If I had enough, I do not. I might actually buy myself a scout or maybe a warrior to get a little more search ability off. Okay, let's do a little pop here. All right, so closed off mountain. Good to know. A lot of mountains around here, which, I mean, as Pachacuti, we love. Especially since we're thinking of being... How do I want to put it? We're probably going to be Inca in the next stage. All right, so we got both of our warehouse buildings. We can really roll off of that. Now, the question is, do we want to go irrigation, masonry, writing? What are we kind of feeling? I really want this science tile, so I'm thinking writing. Irrigation sounds great. I think we can come back for that. If we don't get it, whatever, not a big deal. But I want writing. I want to get more science. That tile just looks amazing to pick up. It's going to give us 3 food, you know. So one, we're getting 3 food, 3 science. It's a great area to be in. That's just my thought. All right, this guy's going to kind of attack us. We're going to kind of go down river here. Ooh. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Yantrapura is almost in an ideal spot, but not quite. I think this might actually be the best spot, because this secures those. And if you come back, 1, 2, 3, it comes to a perfect location of distance. So I really think this settle, I think we're actually going to, yeah, we're probably going to take that out. All right, so our scout's kind of coming back up. So he should be going off this way. I mainly just wanted that search. All right, he's at 1 of 4. We're still at our number, so we're going to try to keep going. Also, another thing with this granary that I just realized, which I should have known sooner, this is going to get me more food once I get this silk, of course. But it's going to add a food to this, add more food on that, plus the added bonus that all this food equals production, because Cahokia is running a 9.2 right now. So that food is actually very vital. All right, let's pop off another search here, kind of get an idea where we're going to want to put our roots down for the, duration of the game here. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and go all the way to these crabs. Found a lovely lake here. I do like it. This map is looking gorgeous. All right, we've made it. Do we want happiness or culture? Let's go with the culture. That should almost finish off our thing. If not, it's going to at least be 1 turn off. Yeah, the tradition's not bad, but I'd rather, or my bad, a celebration would be good, but I want this to go. Because we've also found Parsa. So we can actually send our guy that way. All right, we got the shell-tempered pottery. So we'll get gold adjacency from resources on our warehouse gold and food buildings. So that is another bonus. So let's go ahead. We could actually lose this culture, be at 12, and take more food. Or not food, gold. Get more gold. So the question is, do we want to start snowballing our economy? I say we wait. Let's take this 2 culture for 2 more turns, and then we can just plug in what we need. All right, here we go. Looking great. Let's go ahead and grab this silk. It's going to help increase our culture by a little bit more. So that's great. And it's great food for us, adding more production. We're now at 11. So that looks great. All right, so let's get into our Choose a Civic. We could get a tradition slot as well and start working on that ability to import resources. I think I might wait 1 turn on that. Let's go, or not 1 turn. It's going to take more turns than that. I say let's go into mysticism. I say it's time to kind of find a thing. Oh, actually, my bad. We need to go into discipline. Yeah, we're going to kill Viatkapura here. I don't like it, so we're going to get rid of it. Now, the question is, are we going to have a commander to go out there and do all that? I don't know yet, but we shall see. All right, Monk's Mound is 13 turns. Now, I'm not saying we don't build this immediately, but let's go ahead and take a look where we can put this thing. All right, we got some great locations. Fantastic location. So my thought process, actually, I'd probably crush this. This makes a wonderful 3 tile. We will lose dates, of course. Actually, this makes a 3 and a 2 for our culture. Okay, our culture will go over here. Our gold and food will go over here. Yeah, I do like that process better. So we can actually, we'll still have a kind of issue because we can't deal with that this age, so we'll have to maybe think on that. But we could prep next age for that, so that's a good idea. Where else could we put this? We have a few ideas. Let's hold off on Monk's Mound, though. I want to do other things. One would be settlers, mainly. I do want to go ahead and prep a brickyard, though, at least a location for it. Actually, crushing this wouldn't be a bad idea, because then we can at least have this available for us. What else do we got? So 1, 2, okay, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got some great adjacencies out here as well that we can make use of for our buildings. This is also great. Well, that's a saw pit. I kind of want to keep that. 2 food, 2 production, 4 food. Yeah, see, look at that. Well, oh, right, because of the mountains. So that's actually going to build on itself with the science. Okay, so my idea, probably go here with the brickyard. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right, I've got it figured out now. So, yeah, we're going to go here with the brickyard. We're not going to build the brickyard. I'm going to probably grab both of my settlers now. So we're going to do that first. We're not settling out here, but we will kind of get a settle down here, maybe a settle around here, or over here. Let's go ahead and snag that, actually. Our scouts are moving fast enough for this. So, there we go. As you know, more information of the map is always better. All right, celebration. Let's just go ahead and just take that 200 gold, actually. Well, it's 100, but still. All right, so let's pop this, and we should be making a lot of money now. Should be maybe 4 gold. Let's see, 10. Yeah, we're making 4 gold. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, that card's going to really help prop our economy up in major ways. In major ways. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. Production and science. I actually will take that. That should finish our settler, actually. Did not. Okay, well, it is what it is. Normally I put it in my buildings, but this is fine. Now, we will need to build up a... Okay, I do kind of want to get a Watonthi. Maybe I buy him. You know what? We will buy him. Yeah, we're going to buy a Watonthi. So we're going to go ahead and grab him. All right, and we're going to see if we can trade with Parsa here. Because I think that would be a good idea. He's far enough away. I mean, he's close, but it's okay. All right, so there is a bad guy here. Oh, we've ran into Catherine. Yes, we will be saying hello to her. Would love to be friendly. I do enjoy her friendship. Now, we could send her open markets, and I will do that. She's low on the cash, whereas me... no, okay, I am playing against Achaemenid, so Xerxes will hate me for my... how do I want to put it? He will hate me for my trading. Now, first I want to see, can this Watunathi, he cannot reach. Okay, so we do want to settle down here. I'm not settling that close. Okay, I can't do this for some reason. Why is that? Why can I not settle this? Oh, this thing's like right here, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is kind of annoying. I do want to settle closer to him, though. All right, so where do we end here? So Cahokia ends here. You can see the red. So if I go here, that does come back, but I don't like that. I'd rather be along this stuff. All right, so maybe we come out here for something. All right, we do have a wonderful volcano tiles to work with. Also gives us access to this lovely river. If I go here... no, maybe here. Okay, there's a bad guy nearby. I know that for a fact. I need to get rid of you. Okay, not exact. Oh, hey, we still have this open. There we go. Yeah, let's head out this way. We got to see what this land... I'm going to go ahead and start moving this merchant down anyway, even though it says he can't settle. I'm going to get up here for another search. All right, now we're getting more resource ideas. Now that I know some things are going on, we're going to hold off on this settler. Let's go ahead and go into our brickyard, and I think we're going to kind of prep this military real fast. How long until 4 turns? And oh, you know what? We got 4 turns, and it will have all of our military by the time he's out. So let's do that instead, because now I got to find stuff to kill it, and I can already tell it's going to be a problem. Catherine's up there. Looks like I told her where I'm at, and she didn't want to be bothered, so that's annoying. But hey, whatever. You win some, you lose some. All right, we got our library, which is also great. We do want to get that in soon. Let's see, culture or gold. We're actually doing decent on the gold department, so I'm going to take the culture, kind of help bring us closer. I know that's a turn that kind of messes with things, but it's fine. I will support this 100%. I don't even care if she has more science than me. That's just... Oh, wow, she has a lot more science than me. Dang, she's rocking it right now. All right, so... we could go into masonry. We could go into writing 2. That does give us the ability to steal technologies, which is great, plus a codex. It's not a bad idea. I do think irrigation would be pretty nice. I would like to maybe get hanging gardens if I could. So yeah, let's go for irrigation. There's a good chance people have already been researching that. Okay, so yep, you're a bad guy. We got to run away. We'll keep sending our merchant down this way. All right, show me what's over here. I know I'm scouting with a settler, which is a terrible idea. But hey, you know, sometimes you just got to take the risk. All right, I didn't mean to go into a river, but now we're in it. What are the chances it floods again? I would have lost it. That would have been hilarious. All right, so there's that. So we can get culture and... yeah, I'm just going to take the culture and happiness. Gets us discipline. We got our commander out. Beautiful. We can do Dersharken if we want. Let's go ahead and change some policies. Honestly, I kind of like what I got, so we'll confirm that. Let's grow our city again. We're not crushing these anytime soon, so let's go ahead and just take this lovely science, production, and happiness tiles. Alright, so let's get you moving. Take our time here. Diplomatic action, I'll support that as well. Why not? So Catherine and I are becoming fast friends, which is great. Alright, so we finished that. We finished discipline. I'm going to go into mysticism now. Alright, yeah, she's running away with the science and culture, but at least she's keeping me ahead of Xerxes, so I'll take it. Alright, like, give me another search, please. Probably popping these off more than I need to, but hey, whatever. I'm wondering if he settled around here. That might have messed me up. Alright, go ahead and get in the water here. We could settle here. Let me just get a little more area map. I'm going to come back. I want to close this off, so him being that far out is actually not what I want anyway. I just wanted to see if there's more resources that might have been more beneficial for us. All right, let's keep moving along this path. We're going to I'm going to stay low. Okay. Apparently I shouldn't have stayed too low. That ain't helpful. All right, so we could settle this as well. Cahokia can go 1, 2, 3. So I could settle here, and I'd be fine. Well, actually, not entirely, because, my bad. 1, 2, 3. So it stops here. I'd have a hole. Now, I don't care about the hole, but what I do care about is actually closing this gap. So really, this settle right here would be the best settle. And looking at things now, it is looking like a pretty good settle. And there's, oh, look at that. There's a river right there. I like this. It closes this off. We can have a great defense behind us. You need to move forward. In you go. You're just going to sit tight. You're going to get these burning arrows and everything. You're going to sit tight. Okay, someone decides to come through there. Yeah, you know what? I want this military because now I can settle this city instead, which isn't bad. And then we'll still get this settled, of course, but Xerxes being here I don't like. Is that Gate? Sure is Gate. Not surprised by that. He loves Gate. He's a Gate guy. Oh, do I get hit twice? I sure don't, luckily. All right, we're out of here. There we go. Yep, I don't need to bother with that. Xerxes, not at war with others besides him. Okay, well, your words fill the air like the quacking of ducks. Well, that hurt a little bit, but I guess he's not entirely wrong. There's Megiddo. We could befriend them or incite a raid. Hey, you know what? I don't like the cut of your jib, bud. How about we incite a raid on you? Yeah, how about them apples? I know I can't trade here, but hey, we're in there. All right, so let's confirm this. 1, 2, 3. Well, we're not going to grab some of these, but I'm just making sure. Yeah, we can get some great stuff here. That's a 3 out, but we can get to these horses. There's some settling over here. I like this. We can even get this rice. We can get all the way to these mountains. Yeah, this is a great shutoff valve for us. Alabama, beautiful. We can get out to lovely mountain tiles. Everything just looks great in Alabama. Let's go ahead and grow. We could send more gold because we actually are making gold, so let's do that. It's not going to help Alabama grow too much, but Alabama should be fine for a few turns. In fact, we can even move some stuff around if we need to. All right, now taking a look here, we should go ahead and put some things down. I could put something here. I'd rather wait for a gristmill on that. So a granary there I'd be fine with. A brickyard, I kind of want to put that here. But let's focus on growth for now. So let's go ahead and snag this granary. And look at that, 3 food, because food on the granary. Yeah, we are going to miss out on some gold, but I think it's going to be fine. I'd rather do this and keep this as a warehouse tile, specifically. Plus, I can now get my fishing key here if we want to do stuff, which we might. So I do like this mountain. I'd rather we're fine because I'm going to make this my cultural area. 1, 2, 3. We can do a double. There's a single here. We can make this work. And then we also have other areas for science. Alabama's really good, so we're going to be fine there. Let's go ahead and plug in this jade. And we're going to move our food. So we're going to actually hurt Cahokia a little bit. Probably going to take maybe 1 production hit. Oh, we're only down by 0.2. Not bad. Yeah, there we go. Let's let Alabama grow. We really want Alabama to really go ahead. Might even be down to a turn now. 10 food a turn. Or my bad, 10 food each turn. And it takes not... Yeah, so we will actually grow in 1 turn in Alabama. So that is perfect. All right, you're staying. You're going to move. Actually, let's go ahead and get some XP. Might as well. We're right here. Let's head up this way. Oh, wow. Okay, did not expect that right away. So Alabama is definitely needed. And Corinthos is right there. We've ran into Alexander the Great. We will give him a friendly greet. We definitely have to defeat this and settle where we're wanting to settle then. We need this settle very badly. Oh, he is befriended. That is not good. Okay, that is very not good. All right, so we're going to have to... Once this flaming arrow comes out, we're going. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to defeat that in that amount of turns, unfortunately. That does shut us off, so we might have to be at odds with Alexander, which I don't want to be. All right, we're going to come out here. We're going to grab this. All right, looks like... Okay. So we're going to hit you again. Now that we know that, let's get you in here, and we're going to kind of run along to Alabama and go this way. That actually is better. All right, so our trade opportunity... We can trade with him, which we do want to do. Now, this is kind of why I removed that as well. We're going to get even more gold out of these. So, that's why I was okay with moving that. All right, let's snag this. 37 gold's not bad. I'm going to take the... Yeah, let's get the production, see if we can get that. All right, perfect. Let's just go ahead and get rid of this guy. All right, now we can move forward with our war on that. So we can't deal with Parsa, but I'm going to keep moving around. They keep fighting me. I don't know why. So I get 50 happiness, but I lose 100 science. Not happening. I'm just going to take the culture and move on. So we got mysticism. I don't think we're going to change any policies, really. I do like the gold, but I'm going to wait on that, so we'll just confirm what we have. Okay, so train a merchant gets us 50 happiness towards a celebration. 3 infantry gets us 25 culture, or we can just get 12 science. I'll go for the 3 infantry because we will kind of be working on that. All right, perfect. So now what do we want to do? I do kind of want to get my trading up, so actually grabbing the rest of our civics is not bad. We can get a settlement limit, we can get combat strength when we're defending. So, okay, Buzzard Cult's actually more about them attacking us and us holding off and then saying, hey, you failed, let's just go ahead and move on with our lives. All right, and that's a... oh, that is a policy. Okay, good. So, we got these done. We can start going into some of this stuff. If we wish. I don't think I'm getting a Petra. We're not really in a area, but I do want Mundo Perdido, so we will go that route. I think Cahokia... yeah, Cahokia can get us a Mundo Perdido. That could work in our favor. Now, as for Pantheon, someone took Influence. Okay, and that's really all anyone took. So we actually have our pick here. So we could do Stone Circles. We do have, you know, a few mines working in our favor for that. We could get happiness adjacencies, of course. Building Wonders, maybe. Oh, quarters on our settlements. God of Wisdom wouldn't be bad. We already have a quarter, so that's an extra science right there. That could help push us forward. Military units if we need. God of the Sun, we can just get a little bit of everything. You know, that never hurts. Yeah, God of the Sea would be great right now. Let me tell you, that'd be a fantastic run. Okay, we're not doing gold on woodcutters. We don't have that many to bother with that. We could get culture, growth rate. Actually, I think fertility rights might be the way to go, because we can get more people, put more people down. I think fertility rights is a great pickup for us, because we actually get production out of our food, so that is kind of helpful. We do have a bit of influence. I do kind of want to see what he's got going on, so let's see if he wants an open border. He will accept it. So let's kind of go in there and kind of see what he's dealing with. Looks like he's at 2 settlements as well, so we definitely got a good spot. He probably is actually kind of mad at us now that I'm looking at this. Oh, we didn't settle too close to him. Okay, that actually... okay, we did a great spot. That was like perfect distance. Alright, so there's Gate of All Nations. We had a volcano. That's fine. We're 25% way through the age already, because, you know, game loves moving fast. Alright, we got irrigation. I'm going to go into masonry now, or we could do writing. I do like both. How are we looking science-wise? Okay, we're about middle. We're a little under. Catherine's really running away with it. She's really not running away with the happiness, though. She is not very happy. I'm not doing much better, though. Yeah, I'm going to go masonry. Let's kind of get some of those culture buildings. We have some good spots. Defense... actually, you know what? No, I changed my mind. I don't care for that right now. I do want to kind of get to my currency. So let's go ahead and do sailing and go to currency. That might be the way to go. All right, so what do we got going up here? Let's get another pop-off. Megiddo. Great land down here. Don't know if I'll get to it. We'll see. There we go. I'm just kind of unlocking more of the land with this scout. All right, so you guys need to be very careful. All right, there's a bad guy right there, of course. So, okay, we're not going to destroy that in 2 turns. That ticks me off. That really ticks me off. We're going to go this way. Whatever's down here, we're killing it immediately. So he really screwed me over with that confirmation. We might actually war him, air quotes there, because we'll probably just go to war with Viatapura and then move on with our lives. Blow it up and move on. Oh, look, he even did it 1 turn faster. That's annoying. All right, so we could do more of this. I think we need to get out here and start doing some of this stuff. So let's do... actually, this saw pit's looking pretty good. All right, so that's just production on wonders, but it's still production on whatever the tile is as well. I do like the ability of Jade. Actually, coming out to this wouldn't be bad either. Yeah, let's just do the production. We'll do this. Okay, I don't know if that's a full turn or not. Don't worry. We got our guy protected. Yep, there's a bad guy. There's a bad guy. Actually, I don't even have to move except for this, because I'll just do one of these. Oh, there's a promotion right off the rip. Okay. I'm still going to do Bastion. I don't trust my people near me. Now let's attack you. Fantastic. All right, we could get, oh, a 1 of everything. Yeah, I'm going to take a 1 of everything. That's amazing. Alabama, do we have the money? We sure do. All right, so we're seeing some brickyards and saw pits really coming into play here. We do have a fishing key we can work with, which is going to get us a lot of food. Access to this river as well. I'm going to go ahead and take it. I know it's not much, but at least... okay, so Samarkand, that's why. So we shut Samarkand off all the way over here, and I actually might befriend them. Or I can have them incite a raid on Parsa, which it seems they are already doing that. Either way, I like this. We'll get some more production areas over here. Alabama will be a city in time. Just has that quality to it. I'm just going to keep walking you around. You have great movement. So, yeah, we might... I know it seems like a waste, honestly, but it does work. Okay, Alabama was a perfect settle. Okay, yeah, that was a perfect settle. All right, I'm running away from him. He hunt me down like a dog, man. Just go away. Like, jeez. Bang Mo. All right. Did that give us any fertility? I might have. All right, so yeah, we're kind of meeting back up. All right, so... All right, this is a long river. Okay, honestly, Xerxes is very well defended. All right, get us a fortification. I'm going to shoot you so we can start the burning damage. You're already taking burning damage. I got another promotion out of this. 1 turn faster, so actually I should have waited my turn. So let's move you up 1. Oh, I moved into the burn. I moved into the burn. That's not good. Let's go ahead and do this there, and then we can just cancel what he's doing. All right, so let's keep going this way. Snag this. 37 gold or 22 gold. Yeah, give me the culture. I really want to get to that, even though I'm not getting Petra. I want the other stuff. Let's see how this unfolds. There's definitely a bad guy like right in here. We're going to probably take him out so we can get a good settle out here. Ah, I see. Okay, so a few things happen there we got to point out. First off, this explosion, not great. Let's fix that. Does hurt our gold, but it makes a ton of food for Alabama. All right, so I accidentally stepped into my fire, and I did take fire damage for that. And it looks like the fire is still going for another turn. So that is not good. That is really not good. All right, we're going to hit you. All right, and you are going to do this. And you're going to attack and get rid of him. And I'm going to move you out of the fire and heal you. Luckily, this fire ended, so we're good on that step. Oh, wow, I like how it was showing them like them shuffling back and forth. So our burning arrow will take a damage. And he is going to get hit. We're just going to have to accept that hit. So it is what it is. Catherine, do you love me yet? Not yet. Okay. Well, I hope you love me sooner. Okay, so where do we want to settle? I definitely want to come up here. A lot of resources, a lot of mountains. Win-win situation. Even once we lose Mississippi's ability, Inca will definitely shoot us into the lead on that. Okay, so we're fully expanded out this way. We're going to get the rest of these volcano tiles for sure for Cahokia. This is a weird... I would not settle here because I can put a science there, but this is kind of ideal. Or we can kind of come around these ways. Blocking this mountain off is not a bad idea. This settle is interesting. This is off of fresh, so I'm not ideal on it. Also, I don't like being 1 tile. I'd like to at least be 2 tiles away. So even this isn't great. I want to kind of move around. There's somewhere in here, because I want to settle down here, is where I want my settles. Oh, now they're all... look at this. Now it's all open. What just happened here? So, well, actually, my ideal... Okay, Samarkand's the one ruining this whole fun bit. So maybe I do have to blow them up. Because let's see, if we go here, my ideal spot's like actually like right in here. I'm going to need another military. That's what I'm going to need. Yeah, these settles are just too tight. They're too tight. That's what I don't like. Now, if I go here, though, actually, that kind of gets me what I want. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I could settle another area. Oh, because there's a double volcano up there. And if I go here, I get access to this whole river. Okay. And we're double here, which is fine. We can take tiles that they won't need. Honestly, okay, this is actually... I do agree with this spot. This is actually a good spot. So we are going to go out there. It gives us access to this amazing river. It's in a very defensive location. Gets us good resources. Yeah, that's actually a very good spot. The only reason I didn't go there first is I didn't have the scouting I have now. So as we say, you know, knowledge is power. And this spot just got 100 times better. 1, 2, okay, we'll lose that next stage, but we got tin, we got iron. I mean, it is a... Oh, this is just a great spot. We will also, that helps us decide where we're going to put that fishing key. That's a great area. That is a fantastic area. Okay, we have 3 wonders to build. I want Monk's Mound 100%, but I'm going to shoot for Hanging Gardens first. Definitely want that one. That's going to be a beauty. Now, I'm going to go ahead and crush this. This is actually a great spot to put a Hanging Garden, because in all honesty, that wasn't really offering us a whole bunch. Now, this would have been better, because it's 10% on tropical plains and desert, and we are in tropics. However, we can just go ahead and take this 3 production, and it's 5% towards all my wonders. So now we have a 5-turn hanging garden. If we can get that, great. If not, we'll see what happens. We're going to try to run away from this. Okay, we're 7 turns on currency, but that's something I should have checked on. All right, cool. So yeah, the only way Alexander can fight my Alabama is through this tile. That's amazing. And even Samarkand has to go through the river to get to me. I just have to see what this is. Apparently he's... Why are you... Cancel that movement. I don't know why you made me have to pick that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna come up here, finish some other scouting on this. Yeah, looks awful, I know. Alright, what got built there? Great steel, that's fine. I know I'm probably gonna build some wonders, but I really wasn't focused, like, on a steel build anyway. Okay, 3112. Wow, that's a great tile. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take that. That's a great tile. We do want to get out here. I do want this. This is... Oh, it's 2 food in all settlements. Okay, it used to be a percentage. But I don't see rice that often, so... Alright, we're gonna go ahead and support this. It's pretty much all my influence. I need more influence, so I do need that one ability. Honestly, we're doing okay on the culture and science department, in my opinion. Catherine's running away, but I don't care that she's running away. I'm going to see if she wants an alliance with me. She's neutral with Alexander, so she only knows us. So let's see if she'll take the alliance. Most likely, yes. She did accept. Fantastic. So we're going to move on with that. All right, let's get into our diplomatic. See, this is the downsides. He's going to take more culture than me. I'm just going to have to accept it. I do want to friend him up, too. He is next to me. Luckily, we have other ways of befriending him. All right, it only costs 175 to convert this to a city, which we do want to do. Let's go up here. We're in a river. That's pretty nice. All right, let's get out of the river. All right, yeah, so there's a bad guy right around here that we got to deal with because they're attacking our guys. You're going to heal. Let's get rid of this dude, which really I should have done this a little different. Let's move out, heal, move forward. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is not from Samarkand. This is like, what is your, Nagdapunin? Nagdapunen's like in these 3 tiles. I know it. So we'll find him. We're going to find her. Alright, so there we go. Let's finish this. Alright, so full-on mountain here. I'm just going to send him back this way. I know that's kind of a waste. Honestly, let's just go to Alabama and... Alright, 120. That is a little expensive. So building them would be more advantageous. He likes us because we have few conquered settlements. Well, that's pretty easy for us. I'm not much of a conqueror, but I can be. You all know I can be, if I choose. Oh, science and production is a yes, because we are building a wonder. Didn't shave a turn, but gave us a little extra. Alright. You need to quit hurting my people, so you're just going to die. Alright. Perfect. Let's get these guys healed up. If that, we're probably just going to go ahead and start really just hammering it down. This should be ending soon. Hopefully it spits me out over here, so we're trying to work this way. So we can... Oh, perfect, it did. Alright, Bang Mo blew up my wonderful dates. That's not cool. Blew up my date. Alright, so we're going to get gold in our settlements, which is really going to shoot us. Because I don't really think it's going to be 4 gold. Is it? That'll get us 31. It might be a little more. Okay, it is 31. I thought it would, you know, do a thing in Cahokia. Oh, and it gave us another person, which we can send to Atheni, and we will. Actually, sending something to Vatupura is not a bad idea either. But let's do our people first. Alright, so we got that unlocked. Let's go ahead and go into, yep, Mundo Perdido. We need Code of Laws number 2. I'm actually going to have you heal for now. Oh, nope. Now I'll have you heal. And now I see that this area is even better. We're going to settle all up in here. These tropics look amazing. Okay, let's see if we can find our bad guy. We're still settling. This is a great settle. Alright, we can be Da Viet if we wish. Let's see what we got. We will be distributing power because we will be making other cities. Let's go ahead and just grab these sheep. There we go. We're actually going to rearrange our situation. Oh, okay, my bad. Let me rearrange it now. Let me fix this plantation real fast. There we go. So that's fixed. Now let's rearrange. All right, so Alabama doesn't need the food. Homa does. All right. Now, Alabama, I think I'm going to go ahead and... Well, actually, we're building a wonder here. So I'm going to hurt my gold production and take more regular production. So that way we can try to get hanging gardens. All right, everybody except for you is healed. So I'm going to go ahead and take y'all in. All right, and we're going to kind of... I'm going to actually shoot this warrior out. I don't trust that. Okay, yeah, that's a little more helpful to me. Okay. Now I'm going to... Okay, now you would be attacked. You're going to go ahead and move forward. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're going to do that, and now we'll move him one more step. Okay. You will eventually get to Parsa. Eventually. It's going to be a long time. All right, good. He's on the other side, so that's going to help with our scouting ability. Samarkand is kind of holding us off. I don't like it, but it's whatever. All right, we've ran into Friedrich. We'll send him a friendly greet, as we do. Let's see here. He's playing Prussia. So he might end up trying to hate on us a little bit. All right, as for our next thing, we're actually hurting on things. That's why we're going for the markets. We definitely need the markets. I'm going to go ahead. I do think this will be more important because we actually almost have enough. Oh, we do have enough because we bought stuff. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and convert this. So let's make this into a city. All right, and we're going to start ramping up production here very shortly. We're going to start with a brickyard, of course. Let's get some money out of that. Yeah, we're going to put that there. Let's go ahead and secure our harbor as well. A saw pit we're going to put with it, I think. Unless, do we want to come out here? No, not really. I say we just put those together. And, yeah, we can even put a science building here to kind of step out. And look, we even have wonders we can work with, too. So let's work with that. We do want altars, of course, but let's focus on these production buildings for now. Granted, that harbor's not really going to offer us much, but it will be pretty beneficial. I'm going to come out here for this food right now. That will kind of help the production a little bit because we're at 7.8. Luckily, we have some resources to help with this, by the way. So we're going to go ahead and put that in. See, look, got us up to 8 on that. We could actually move this production. Are we 1 turn? I'm going to take the gamble, which means I'm going to lose. But we're going to gamble anyway because I'd rather put the money back in here and try to boost up Alabama at least a turn faster. Yeah. There we go. It kind of needs it. Is it still going to be 1 turn? Looks like it. It just depends on the production. We'll see if we get it. Good chance we won't. We'll find out. All right, we will accept the open borders with Alexander. I'm fine with that. It looks like this guy's coming to play, so we're going to let him play. Yep, go ahead and move up. Move up. There we go. Really, our whole thing with this commander is, you know, just have a line of defense on in front of us and let the... there it is, Nagdapunin. All right, we finally found her. All right, we're going to be taking that out. It's actually in a great location for our settling capabilities as well, so definitely worth the elimination. All right, we found Tyr down here. I do need more influence, so right after this, we're going straight into the monument. I know other people are saying, hey, monuments are the most powerful thing. You need to go for that first. And I do agree. It is a very powerful ability. That early influence is very good. And the culture as well. Very great stuff. All right, so Hanging Gardens. We got our canal waters right next to this river. It actually is a great little thematic area for that. So now we have 10% growth rate in all of our cities. We got we got a expansionist attribute point on that as well. So that's really good stuff. So we got our expansionist, we got 10% growth rate in all cities, which really plays well, especially with the altar we're putting in. So really great stuff. I'm going to come out here. That's really good production, or happiness, I should say. We do want to get more buildings in here. I need to put a fishing key here. That is the best fishing key, because that gets me access to this stuff. Here I'd only have... Yeah, so we have to put a fishing key here. All right, Friedrich is with buildings in their capital. Okay, so... What a weirdo. We're going to take money. That actually could get us a fishing key if we want. I'm actually going to grab the influence per turn. Actually, no, I'm going to grab the production, because I am actually going to maybe grab Monk's Mound. Der Sharkin is still available, which is a surprise to me. Yeah, that actually does surprise me a little bit. How many turns for the library, though? You know what? Let's go ahead and secure that library. That is a 2-turn library with a ton of food and science on it. That's ridiculously good. That is insane. So we're going to put that in there. Gardens, altars. We do want to put this. I at least want the library. And then we're going to probably see about this other stuff. All right, so I don't care about that, so you can go this way. We're going to just keep slowly killing this guy. Oh, I stepped in the fire. Dang it. I shouldn't have done that. Right after I healed the guy, I was like, hey, guess what? Jump in the fire. All right, so that's unfortunate. We're just going to have to accept that. Give me a search off here. All right, that's pretty interesting. How are we looking on the numbers, by the way? Numbers. Settlement-wise, okay. Yeah, I can get another settle in, which I definitely want. He's at 4 of 5 already. Very impressed. So he went around this way. So actually getting down here, destroying Nagdapunin and getting me an access point of decency would be nice. Samarkand is also starting to get on my chopping block. In fact, I could do that an easy way. We have galleys unlocked. Can I buy a galley? We're going to just go blow it up with a galley real fast. I don't like Samarkand because it's ruining this. Otherwise, I would befriend it. All right. Yeah, let's just keep exploring this for a bit more with this guy. I know it's kind of dumb. Someone built Pyramid of the Sun. Shocker. Don't really care. All right, we get GDP on our gold buildings. That's a big deal. Colossus probably already built somewhere. Not like it matters to us because we can't build the darn thing anyway. All right, so we could get a codex and trade range increase. That's actually not a bad idea. But before that, we're now going back. I need the masonry. I need this stuff. We got to get going on, you know, pumping up this economy. All right, speaking of which, we got to get these people in. All right, he's hurt, but he's not hurt that bad, so he's coming with. You are going to lead the charge. All right, we've ran into a Jaguar Slayer, so we've now met Jose Rizal, so we'll give him a friendly greet as well as we do. Actually, we do have an open market available, so we might see about doing that with somebody. Money-wise, actually, talking to Alexander's not bad. because he likes us, and we want to like him to like us more. So we're going to go ahead and do that market. I know he did that befriend, annoyingly as he did, but he did it. We can just wait for that to go unless he does something stupid. So if he incorporates it, we're done for. If he doesn't, well, then we're in business. So it just depends. Anyway, let's delete Samarkand off the map. I'm going to just auto you because I'm kind of done. Crazy how there's like a mountain range. Like, this is amazing. I would love to maybe get down here for one more settle. We'll see, but I kind of want to secure some of this. Definitely secure some of this. There's a bunch of things I want to do. It's just about if I'll be able to do them. All right, there's Tushpa. Yeah, this guy has great movement, so I'm just using him. All right, Dursharkin, great. We're building. Let's go ahead and get some production and power. Dismiss this. Yeah, he really wants me warring people. I don't know why, but sure. Sure, bud. Okay, so Dursharkin, right. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do Monk's Mound. Well, let's just get that out of the way. Let's secure it. So we have a double here for culture. I could make a double here for culture. We have to wait for the dates to go, which you may be thinking that's a dumb idea to do, but that's just my thought process. Honestly, okay, I could put a good... I kind of want to move Monk's Mound a little bit, if I could. If I go here, that opens up a triple for the culture. Like, that is a very good spot. It also makes a triple for science as well. So it does kind of leave us some availability. If I go here, that gets us a double. Oh, and a triple out here. Okay, I kind of... Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're going to do this. I do like this route. Yeah, so we'll try to put Monk's Mound there. Because I might do a market here. I haven't decided, but I'm kind of figuring out where I want to put markets and stuff. Alright, so we're done with that. Can my guy... Okay, he's getting there. It's just a lot of rough terrain he has to get through. Defenseless settlement. Cahokia, huh? Seems they have decided to do that. Nagdapunin has. That's unfortunate for him, because I'm sending out stuff towards him that he should be... Okay, that's a little unfortunate, but we'll take it. Actually, we'll just do that. Get a fortification immediately. Yeah, we're just going to disperse Nagdapunin in like a heartbeat, so that's going to be pretty easy for us. And then we'll keep messing with Samarkand here. Again, we're not doing any of this. I just want to see what he's up to. Okay, so that's what he's doing. Megiddo, could I incite? Nope. He might lose Kusa, depending on how he's doing that. That is a tent camp. We're going to use our merchant for that. So I do want to get down here, because he had to kind of go around the thing. We have Perdido unlocked. That's good. It's really good for us. Alright, let's get this rice. Okay, yep, so we end up on here. We can't use these mountains. That's fine, but we'll be next to them. And that is now 2 food in all of our settlements, which is just great. Alabama could build Perdido. Could build Petra, too, surprisingly. 1-tile Petra. So I could build it and steal it, but it wouldn't do anything. Now, Mundo Perdido, we get science on improvements and happiness on districts on tropical terrain. So, oh, we actually have a bit of tropical terrain around here. That's actually pretty good to know. If I go here, I can make a triple and a double. Really, I think the ideal spot would be here, because that makes a double and a triple and a triple for our sciences. So if I were to do Perdido, that would be the location. What about Cahokia? Okay, Cahokia is running out of room. So actually, Alabama making Perdido does look more beneficial. There is a lot of tropical terrain, and it's flat, too. Because it says it just has to be tropical. Yeah, on tropical terrain. So honestly, this is great to build because we have a lot of flat terrain we can just crush. So yeah, this is actually a great build. Saw pit. Can we just go ahead and buy that saw pit, actually? We can. Let's do it. Put it right in there. Boom. So now we have the production. 8 turns on Perdido, and we'll just go off of that. Fantastic. Okay, I don't really need the combat strength. I appreciate it. I'll just accept, take the money, you take your power, and you do what you need to do, and I'll do what I need to do. All right, so we got Perdido. Let's roll back now. I think public life, yeah, because we can get a Nona. So I think we should go for that. There might be a rough tile we can do for Oracle, which would be pretty good. Oracle is a wildcard attribute point, so that is pretty helpful. Let's keep attacking Samarkand. All right, we got policies. Anything to really slot? Oh, we can get more call. Well, we don't even have specialists yet, so that's actually kind of useless. In all honesty, we're pretty much set unless we want more scout range, which I understand is a great ability, but I kind of like my government. 40 food, or my food, 40 gold a turn. It's not bad. All right, so this little guy is showing up on my doorstep. Let's get in here. All right, let's go ahead and just attack this dude. Health potion going, and you can just do that. Yeah, you have to be careful with your... actually, I'm just going to auto you. Go wherever you wish. I'm not coming back down here. I'm going to have you go back to Parsa. Oh, wait. Nope, 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 nope. Cancel. Cancel. I need you to actually go. Yeah, that's my bad. All right, we finally made it to Athena. Let's go ahead and trade this. Beautiful. So we got our road. That is a blessing and a curse for us. We'll have to be a little careful on that. But we're just going to keep it as is. We'll plug that in later. We're building Monk's Mound, building Perdido. It is eating up our productions. So we do have to be aware of that. But we did kind of set things up to make money. So, all right, pyramids, monument, build us some walls if we need to. I'm just going to accept this. I don't really need any combat strength. I'm doing my own thing. Nagdapunos, go ahead and just disperse. Oh, actually, before we disperse, how much XP am I? Okay, I'm only getting 1. Well, let's finish him off, at least. All right, now let's disperse this. Beautiful, 15 influence, and we have a level. Let's just keep going down our lovely bastion tree. Beautiful. I do want to get a guy going, but we're building, because once Samarkand's gone, we're going to have a lovely area. It won't really be lovely in the way of, like, resource, placement, but we will have great defense, great access. It's going to be wonderful. Actually, we defeated him. We could go here. I think that spot is now open. Okay, that spot's actually open, and that might be the better spot. Actually, you know what? No, bring that back up. Let's see where they're recommending. So they want this because we can secure the horses right away, and it does do pretty good. But if I go here, I actually go back up to Cahokia in a perfect way. Now, the only downside... Oh, well, wait. No, we got Alabama here. Alabama can take that. All right. Oh, okay. We might actually not have to kill Samarkand. It's actually... could work. This spot could work. So, do we... Yeah, we're in North America. Great. All right. So, do we actually want to leave Samarkand alone? I mean, he's at the edge. I don't care what he does. Samarkand might actually be worth a consideration. Either way, I'm going to attack his guy anyway, because I hate him. But anyway, so there's that. You're all fine. Diplomatic action. Yeah, I'll support that. Catherine has a lot of culture right now, so supporting other people. Oh, he has a lot. I'm actually falling behind culturally, and the science is not looking good my way, so we do have to kind of push that button a little bit. We're doing our own thing, but we do have to be aware. All right, so if we actually go here, this is kind of what we need right now. We should have came for this sooner, but also getting the GDP. Here's the thing. Great, we can slot resources, but we don't really have any slots, you know what I mean? So kind of what we needed, so we're going to do wheel now. Actually, let me come in here. We're doing terrible because we don't have anything down, but we will soon be going up. Culture, I don't really care on. Military's fine. Yeah, we're kind of down here right now, so it will go up. Economically, we will be okay. I wish I'd moved my guy. I could have got some XP. Yeah, I cannot shoot you from here, which really annoys me. Okay, you're just getting all up in my business now, and it ticks me off. So I'm going to get not a warrior, a guy. Oh, I can get a pot cop? Maybe. Let's get one of those, maybe. 1-1. That'll eventually be crushed. But until it is, let's go ahead and take 2 food and a gold off of it, because that'll help with the production. All right, we're moving on. I'm going to take production right now. Let's finish off our area. Cahokia is all the way out except for this tile. Not a big deal. We're 3 turns on Monk's Mound. Luckily, they at least moved around it. All right, so what are we doing here? So we have to move around mountains right now. Honestly, I kind of wish I had the money to do a certain thing, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll start grabbing these resource tiles. Culture or science? I like both. I'm going to do science, though. All right, we're 2 turns on that wheel. Because I want to get more GDP. I want to get way more GDP, so that's kind of our goal right now. You're just going to actually, yeah, put defense in, just sit tight. You are, I was about to say, you should be able to do that. We're going to kind of come back. Is that flat? That is flat plains. Okay, so let's go here, and I'm going to bring you here. I'm kind of spreading them out, because I got to watch out for that. I think we might just delete Samarkand now that I'm looking at it. Okay, we snagged this. Influence or food and production. I'm going to take the food and production. I know I should be grabbing influence and other things, but it is what it is. Okay, see, this is what I was worried about. Bactria is right there, so we need to get down here, like, now. Yeah, he's really trying to kill me. It's like they think I did something to him. All right, so let's go ahead and attack this one. All right, we're going to be fine. It's not a big deal. You need to... Yeah, I don't know why I was worried about you. Yeah, you just heal. I'll bring you up there. And honestly, we're fine where we're at. Okay. I'm going to stay where I am. Let's go ahead and just get this going. All right. I'm going to set up Parsa. That would be where we'd want to go. I know he's going to basically stop me from going down this whole river. By the way, beautiful rivers. But that's fine. I really don't care. And now that I've thought about it, I do want to delete Samarkand. I could probably get a settle around here. That would be way better anyway. So, yeah, I'm kind of fine with that. All right, moving on. What do we got here? Command. Yes. Go ahead and just get out of there. You don't need to be in the water anyway. You're kind of a land man, you know, so let's move on. All right, so they're still attacking Cahokia like a passion. That's fine. You can now attack him, so he's gone. He will be gone. I can move up one, and he's now gone. We didn't get any XP, but we saved Cahokia, and that's what matters. All right, so let's see what we're doing here. We're building up Perdido. We will crush this eventually, but I want the production because I want to secure Perdido ASAP. I'm going to just take that open borders because I'm fine with that. And then once we get these wonders done, we're going to go back to, you know, just building up our economy because that's what we need to do. All right, you need to move up one. Let's get at least 1 XP out of this. I'm going to pull you in before this becomes an issue. So yeah, after you do that, I want to build all this. Can I buy a settler? All right, 180. Your 1 turn, that's 2. Yeah, we're going to head set that up, and we'll just keep moving on. All right, yeah, you're going to move this way. Just stay out of the water, bud. All right, so we should secure Monk's Mound. I'd be surprised if we did. Good, we got it. Okay, and here he lay, older than the hill he rested on. Zitkala Sa. We're going to watch this. It's been a while since I built the Monk's Mound. Oh, and there's a crane right there. That's pretty cool. Great, so we got this. Going to give us great adjacencies for the mountain, for the gold. Just great stuff in general. So beautiful. We got our crows. All right. We got GDP per turn and resources assigned to cities. We got our chariots, our balistas, our villas. All good stuff. Let's actually grab ourselves some more production right there. Actually, this would be better to slot into a city, but hey, it's fine. We'll be good. All right. So now where are we going next? We got our GDP. Could go for navigation. It's not a bad idea. Could go for Halicarnassus. Could try for burst. Well, no, we can't do burst, so we need to be adjacent to coast. We need to settle faster. Yeah, so let's just go for bronze working. I know normally it's like, hey, you should be shooting down a tree, but I think going the way we are is actually a decent spot for us. Okay, so let's slot this bad boy in. That's 1.8. We'll slot this in. That's more production. And honestly, we're doing good. We could move this, but I'd rather grow than other things, so we're fine with that. And honestly, our capital is looking very good. Obviously, this is just production, but next age, this will be gold. Obviously, these will be treasure. But yeah, this will be great. We're kind of propping things up with that. So, okay, we're only 1 turning that settler. That's fantastic for us. I'm going to move up 1. I'm going to go ahead and just pop this. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to move you over. Get yourself a fortification, and we'll just kind of keep, you know, nickel and diamond some XP here. All right. Go ahead and just knock this scout out of the way. We do kind of need to see what's up here, so I am going to use this guy for that, because there might be a settle up there we can work with. Let's go ahead and disperse this independent. It does open the door for him to kind of move forward and settle, though, which is something I don't like. Actually, if I do this settle here, 1, 2... This would actually be a pretty good settle as well. That's actually outside of Samarkand's reach, but putting it here, I can actually get the stuff Samarkand would have. And Samarkand's going to give me money. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. So, goodbye, independent. Thank you for the gold. Actually, yeah, controlling a good portion of this. Yeah, I do want this settle. Might be able to get this gold. Although it does open the door for him to settle. Oh, wow, he's got a lot of room. I don't like that. Everybody's at 5, actually. Okay, I need to up the ante, man. We're going to do this one first, though. That just secures a lot of great stuff for us. So we will do that. Let me get into Alabama here. Okay, we could actually purchase quite a few things. I can even purchase a settler, but I don't want to go over unless we're close. No, we're not even close. I don't want to do that right now. Instead, let's go ahead, probably purchase us a monument. I think that'd be a great idea. So we can get a 5 or we can get a 5. Wow, ain't that great. 5 or 5. This has... yeah, I'm going to come out to this one. There we go. So 5 extra culture, 2 more influence for us. So we're starting to climb, you know. It's pretty good stuff. I'm going to set him back to auto here in a second. All right, see, there's Raga. That's what I was worried about. Well, actually, he would have settled that anyway. All right, so Bang Mo doing its thing. Oh, we got production, science, and food. That's great, except for the fact that our guy got hurt. All right, we got our settler out. We are off of fresh on that, though, aren't we? But if I go here... Oh, right. Yeah, if I go here, this is perfect, because I still come back all the way. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. I was off by 1. Yeah, right there. Right there's great. We also have this area that we could probably settle in, which we do want to do. We need to get our settles up. Ally with Alexander, I will agree to that. That gets us our little ability. Yep, so we got League of Legendary Friends, which actually would be pretty good for us. Our goal is not really to fight people. We're here to, you know, go and do things, you know, move on from stuff like that. All right, so, yeah, because actually doing more trading is what we want, but We can't do that right now. All right, so let's look at this market. See, this is what I was talking about. So now we got a 6 up here. We got a 6 here. We've got a 5 here. Oh, a 6 right here as well. Actually, I will take this one because we can get science and culture out of that. I'm not going to put a specialist here, but yeah, that'd be perfect for us. I do kind of want to get out here maybe. I do want an altar, so let's go ahead and plan that out. Oh, I can get a ton of food off of that, can't I? Let's just go here. There's a reason for that. I'd rather put other stuff up there. I can do a bath. Ooh, it's actually not a bad bath. Maybe we do that. Either way, yeah, let's start building up our economy. We've got this taken care of. Once Perdito's done, Alabama can start building its economy as well. I'm going to move up 1, and you're just going to heal, and we're just going to let that be what it be. All right. Let's move these guys down. Yeah, let's just get rid of you. So Bactria 1, 2, 3. That ruins my perfect settle, but I can always go here. You know, like I can always 1, 2, 3. I could settle here and just be a nuisance, but I'm already moving on. Also, I don't really need to like force him to hate me. Like, we don't really need to do that. He'll come to hate me in time anyway. All right, yeah, that'll eventually go off. Yep. Yeah, just skip a turn. Once we get settled in, that should increase the trade range and we'll be set. Okay, Maui got built. That's fine. All right, we've unlocked Oracle. We've unlocked Anona. Maybe we change that policy. Actually, no, I'm fine with what I got. We're going to move on. All right, let's go ahead and secure the... Actually, Monk's Mountain was built, so I should still have some room. I'm going to go ahead and take more of this. Oh, yeah, perfect. That's going to be more GDP a turn. Yeah, we're going to start upping the GDP. I'm going to go for entertainment. Coliseum hasn't been built yet, so there is that. Okay, I'm not seeing it here. Could I build it in Alabama? Okay, Oracle... Oh, wow, I got a lot of options here. Pyramid's not that great for us here. I'm not going to lie. It's not that great. Oracle... that's okay. I mean, it does open up a triple here. With Perdito done, that's a triple and triple. Or my bad, triple, triple. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, we could take that. Yeah, so there's our triples. We don't really have to do this. Oh, but that does open the door for this. Yeah, never mind. We're going to keep... I said Alabama was done. It's not. It's going to be building wonders. All right, you're going to heal. You're healing. He'll be fine. I also have this guy in range now. Let's go here so we have the spot secured so nobody steps on it. All right, let's move down. Might have to see if he'll open borders with us. He probably won't. I need to see what's up ahead. Okay, so I can trade with Raga. I don't want to, though. I want to trade with Parsa, which will happen pretty much next turn. All right, let's snag this bad boy. I will take that science. Yeah, it shaves a whole turn off. That's pretty nice. All right, what wonders are popping off? Looks like that was Wei Yang Palace, I think. So there's Mundo Perdido. Nice. My light is great. I am the path and the foothold of the people because my eyes are of metal while my teeth glitter like jewels. Oh, with jewels. Popol Vuh. I do love Perdido. AI tends to not go for this, I think mainly because, you know, a lot of AI doesn't really spawn in tropics. Or if they do, they look at other wonders that they kind of want more. Either way, we got that bad boy in. We're going for Oracle now. Probably going to have to use some money to up the ante in here. We'll see. Honestly, I might as well just go to Homa and start doing stuff. Let's go ahead and get that fishing key in. Yeah, let's put this beautiful fishing key in. That's going to help Homa grow. We can do more stuff. Also gets access here, because I think Homa will also be a city. Usually my cities stay next to each other. We'll see. I'm going to accept this. I see the cultural sign, which tells me that someone is, yep, competing wonder. He will finish Oracle before me, so should I just switch tactics to Pyramids or Petra? So there's Petra. What about Pyramids? I think Pyramids was just right here. Well, not really great area for Pyramids. It helps me with 2 tiles. I'm going to go ahead and shoot for Oracle. I know we'll miss it, but we'll just use that production for other things. We now have a gold building, which means we're making more money, more GDP. I could even... Well, there's not even a point in moving this. This is a city as well. So yeah, we're actually pretty good. We need to start upping our settlement limit, though. We're under, and I don't like being under it. Luckily, we are about to meet it. In fact, I'm going to skip this turn. And once this guy moves, let's get you in place here. Just take everybody in. Just kind of, yeah, everybody heal up. All right, yeah, let's kind of explore this way. Maybe we get to settle out this way. I do want this. Hopefully he doesn't turn that. I could. Actually, I'd rather befriend here. Oh, that ain't happening. Maybe see if Xerxes wants an open border with me. He does accept it. Great. Yeah, we're going to kind of get in here and kind of see what's going on. All right, you're going to go back to auto-exploring. I'm done with you. Very big map. I like how it looks. Might actually get this. Okay, so same turn. Perfect. Let's go ahead and secure this. He'll probably get mad about this. All right, so there's Creek. We got some connections. Now we can need to just start getting over here. All right, so we did get another expansionist point out of that too for expanding with 4. I like this, but let's get food on our warehouse buildings. Really punch the food forward. All right, so now Creek is going to grow. 1, 2, 3. So I can't get this gold. Bactria can. That's fine. But I do want to kind of start heading this way anyway. There is dates. I don't care for the salt, so I do want the dates. So let's go ahead and get that going. Also, even though he can have some of this stuff, I'd rather I have what I can get. You know, no need to have him get more than what he deserves. We're going to leave that there. Let's go ahead and activate this. I should be able to trade with Parsa now. Parsa offers a ton of resources. Beautiful. I've been wanting Parsa forever. Also, it comes at a perfect time for me to get camels. And now we can just start plugging in food and production like crazy. Granted, we're going to... That's not GDP, but hey, we'll throw it in there anyway. Either way, we're getting a ton of production, and we're going to get even more production with this food. Fantastic. Maybe Alabama should have it, but hey, whatever. I'd rather have Cahokia be built up. So, there we go. Oh, we got an economic point for that. Beautiful. That's even more money for us. And let's move on. All right. Is that... Okay, that's pyramids. That's fine. All right. Suffer 5 war and weariness. Someone got that. Good for them, I guess. We're going to go ahead and grab this iron. That's great production for us. And we're getting science because of wonderful Perdido. Science on the improvements, happiness on the districts. It's a win-win situation. All right, let's go ahead and secure some sheep, I think. That'd be a pretty good idea. Yeah, let's go ahead and close more of this. I'm happy just to be at my settlement limit. I do want to settle more, though. I will agree to that. That'd be great. Is there anything else we can work with here? So we're now in production. No wonders. We could be trading some more, maybe. Actually, maybe playing out another settler. 7 turns. Yeah, let's get another settler out so we can get him in location. So let's start with a settler. That's going to take 2 turns, then it's 5 turns. Let's go ahead and start a villa. I'm just going to set up a wonderful influence hub over here. All right, we'll get that done. And then we'll probably see about a garden. Might put the garden right here or here. Well, I have to put something here first. But yeah, let's plan that out. We got the sheep. Honestly, I could do some production shuffling and making more money. I think I'll drop the crabs, though. So we are going to lose a bit of production, but we gain it back because the sheep are just too good. So there we go. Let's get through here. Wonderful. Okay, I see what he kind of did. So he ran into that situation. We could still do this settle if we wanted. I don't know if I want to or not. Honestly, I think settling around here would probably be pretty good. Yeah, we close up a bit of range, but we could probably settle maybe roughly where this commander is actually not a bad idea. I do want to try to get more stuff up here, though. I feel a little open. I'd like a settle around here somewhere. Oh, there is some silver. All right, so yep, there's the Oracle. We knew that would happen. We've unlocked barracks. Catherine built Theoderic. I don't know who built the other one, but oh, has changed to unfriendly because we're touching. You want to decrease my... okay, resolve, that's fine. I'm not really going to argue with that unless he's allied. That would be a bummer. Oh, they are allied. Even better. Okay, let's see if we can kind of help some stuff here. I'm going to send a reconciliation because it's really just the fact our borders... We did settle too close, of course. But I needed that to trade with him. So it's kind of... Creek had to happen. I'm still happy with what we got. So to be fair, his defense... Well, he would be harder to defend his stuff than me. I'm going to go ahead and get this fishing key, by the way. Boom. Now we can get some boats. Because see, look, I can defend my whole area with a boat. And he can only attack... He'd have to reinforce through Bactria to get up in here. So that's kind of one downside for him. Alright, so we missed out. We have no other wonders. We're just going to have to move on. Honestly, I'm going to one-turn my library. Oh, wow, that's a 6. Oh, right, because of that science. Yeah, let's go ahead and secure this lovely tile here. Yeah, that's a lovely tile. We'll even put a barracks on top of that because we need to. And then we'll kind of prep up. We got doubles all around here that we can work with, but I'm going to go ahead just kind of plan out our situation here. I might put a... I mean, that is a 3 tile for science. Probably will do that. But we'll go there. Let's get, like, the villas and stuff on top of that, and then we'll figure out our markets and gardens. Ideally, yeah, that's only a 1 adjacency market, really. That is a ton of food. Yeah, we'd be better off moving. Yeah, like, see, this is pretty good. We're getting doubles all over the place. Oh, we got a triple for our gold here, too. There is that. We could do that. We'll leave that alone for now. Let's focus on those 4, because that's going to change with all the production. We could get a codex and siege units. Could increase our trade range and a codicy. I wouldn't mind getting some codices. It's not a bad idea. Maybe go the amphitheater route. Mathematics. Let's see. Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. Oh, we can't really build that. That's a coastal thing. We're not very coastal, you know. We're kind of inland, you know. So really most of this stuff doesn't matter to us. Like, yeah, we really don't need navigation. But we could do it for Chart the Stars, get the altars. You know, that is something. I do like my amphitheaters. I think I'm going to go for production and happiness first. Actually, no, I'm going to go amphitheaters. I do want culture. I should be focusing on culture. It increases our settlement limit. There's a lot of stuff in there I got to kind of mess with. All right, moving on. The influence per turn would be great. We do have our scouts in the wind. Let's get a little more scouting going. This is probably something I should have done first, but whatever. Actually, we could take this out. We're kind of done with that. Let's take the influence per turn. Yeah, that looks a little better. Yeah, so let's go with that. All right, yeah, I kind of feel a little stronger about this stance that we have. We have more dates. Honestly, I'm kind of fine with what we got. I could move it around, but we don't really need the dates anywhere else but our towns. So we're good there. He is currently denouncing me, so I doubt he'll do it. Yeah, he rejected that, so we're done there. Let's just go ahead and move this back up then. He's not going to like me, so we just have to deal with that. Alright, so what we got over here? Okay, we got great land to our north of Cahokia, which I do want to get a city for, or a town. So we do have to think on that. We're just going to kind of keep this up. I like what we got going on. 7 production to Cahokia would get me my settler a turn faster. Yeah, let's see if we can get that. Yeah, just get that out of the way. Oh, hey, don't mind if I do. Okay, so apparently that did not... Oh, it did finish it. Oh, right. Okay, perfect. So that is a recommendation they do want to give us. It is off of fresh, though, which is a downside. But it does also almost close up our entire area. So Homa ends here. Maybe we move a bit further out. Maybe we go here, actually. Yeah, this might be a better location. We secure a river. We might lose that tile, but we can get the rubies. Okay, we can't get... Well, we can get those rubies, too. We can get the crabs. And we're only 2 tiles away. And it eats up a lot of this land to where he doesn't have to... Okay, I kind of like this settle. It does leave some things open and a little undesirable, but I do like that option better. So we will go for it. Yeah, we will go for that. Yeah, there's this one mountain, but that wouldn't really matter. I do want to kind of see what we can probably get up here. All right, yeah, let's continue on, shall we? Not a bad idea. How is it moving now? Let's see what we got going on. So, ooh, something flooded. That's great. All right, yeah, let's just get back up here. We're just going to kind of hang in here. I don't really see a point. Yeah, he took the... That's where we would have settled. We could do a settle in here. I just don't really... I mean, for wine, maybe. Sheep, I don't know what these are. Might be more mountains. I do want to grab that, though. Maybe I snag a quick scout, maybe. All right, let's grab this. Ooh, a migrant or a spearman. I have never had that option before. I'm going to take a migrant in Alabama. That is amazing. All right, what's this going to give us? Culture and happiness or gold? I will take the culture and happiness. Yeah, that's 1 turn faster on our stuff. Let's go ahead and go up here. Okay, our Tim. All right, we're going to get Tim back up and running, but now that I know she befriended that, I kind of want to be up here a bit more now. So we're at 4-4. Our settler should reach pretty much in time for our area, so that'll be perfect for us to deal with. What else do we got going on here, huh? All right, let's go ahead and get these elephants. That's going to be great. All right, more production, more everything. All right, I do want to put in a fishing key, probably here, I guess. So, yeah, I wouldn't be able to get these crabs anyway. Actually, let's go right here. Let's secure all the tiles we can. And actually, creek, we do have enough money. Let's get ourselves a fishing key for that so we can get over here. Definitely a great culture tile for sure. That's a great one. Even here, both of these are great. I do want to do that at some point. Oh, we could start throwing in some altars in some places. Let's get this little migrant. Let me do that first. We could grab some more science. I'm not opposed to that. We could even take some tiles from the capital. I usually am not a fan of that, but I mean, we could. We're going to crush this tile eventually. This one, I don't know if we will. I mean, it is a double, so is this. Since these are going to take some time, let's just go ahead and grab this one. Wow, I do like that science. It's really good. All right, let's get you up here. Kind of keep him as a defense from things. Let's just kind of slowly inch this guy up. I need to see where I can settle in here, honestly. As long as he doesn't incorporate that, we'll definitely settle over there as well. There's a bad guy. Oh, and I ran into another bad guy. Okay, Chon. Could befriend Chon. I've befriended 0 independents. In fact, I've kind of cleared them out. I'm going to befriend Megiddo just to be a nuisance to him on that. We're going to set you back to auto-exploring. Of course, you get in the water. That's just a given. Alright, something got built. Great Lighthouse. Again, we don't care about Great Lighthouse. We're not coastal. We're going to run away. Alright, so we have some diplomatic actions, apparently. Support, yes, we will support that. That is a lot of science for her, though. She's probably up to 100 now. She is. Yep. So, hey, we're doing pretty good, though. 52. We're climbing back up. I think we did pretty good on where we are. Oh, and Friedrich now likes me. Wonders in the capital, so he is starting to turn around. I don't know why Xerxes wants me warring people, but we're not doing that. I don't care what you want, Xerxes. I'm doing my own thing here. But I will admit, you kind of make me want to build up a bit of a military. For now, let's go ahead and secure our barracks. This is a lot of food, a lot of production. It's a great tile. And then after that, I think we're going to do a garden right here. Actually, I could do a garden bath here. I'm not opposed to that. That's 3 food, which our garden's all about. And then the bath. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this spot here. It's a ton of food. It's a great spot. It really is a great spot. Now, I do want to get pot cops and stuff if I can. Like, that would be an ideal world. We're going to just be right there forever. Yeah, let's move forward, see if we can uncover more. Sadly, this burning arrow taking a ton of damage. So let's see here. We're about to have our 5th, and then we would have a 6th. And I want my 6th, I think, to be up here probably. We'll see. Overall, our goal will probably be to do more of our own land, honestly. So we could put this down right now, and I think I will. Okay, so once we go down one more, don't really like that. I'd rather just stay where I'm at. I know, yeah, I'd rather stay where we're at. So let's go ahead and secure that. Have 3 settlements with at least 3 navigable river tiles each. I didn't realize that's how you get Songhai. Yes, we are unhappy. We will fix that rather quickly, I believe. So I'm not too concerned because we'll be at our settlement limit next turn. Oh, I could do a specialist. That's a lot of food, a lot of science, a lot of production. It's actually not a bad tile to use. Before we do, let's go ahead and secure these. I do want to get specialists rolling soon, though. I am really wanting that. 2, 3. Okay, yep, we're fine there. Could start coming out this way. All right. Could also grab some... Oh, yeah, let's go this way. Let's get the crabs online. That would be good. Homa's looking pretty solid. Creek. I would get out to this incense. That's actually not a bad idea. Let's secure that. Yeah, we'll secure the incense. Creek's looking great. I do want to start using my money to upping some of this stuff. We could go for this gold. Actually, yeah, we should come out this way. Secure the rubies and things like that. In fact, we could actually put down a wonderful granary. Get 3 food out of this. Actually, we will do that. Let's go ahead and just crush that. Get a bunch of food. And we'll just go ahead and snag these rubies. Or we could do the silk. Or I can go out all the way and just stop him. I think the rubies have a better merit for us. In fact, we can even put down a brickyard for that. I'm not opposed. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do a brickyard for that. Is this a river tile, though? I don't think it is. No, we're fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a... give me a brickyard. More food, more gold. Good old times. All right, so there's that. I do want a fishing key. Let's go ahead and secure that as well. Beautiful. I might as well get the harbor, too. A little extra gold. We'll be back up and running in no time, and Kansas will be happy next turn, because we settled on fresh. Honestly, that's like -2. We settled on fresh. I didn't realize the increase on the happiness. In fact, we can just boom, and boom, now you're equal. And actually, we want you growing anyway. Everybody's got great food. We do want to drop something. What do I want to drop? Probably, how much is this silk helping me? 0.2. You know what? We'll take a 1.2 hit because we can take 5 gold out of that. Which is definitely what we want. We're here for money. Yeah, we're here for money. Okay, yeah, that's wow. Okay, do that because you're dead. Yeah, you're dead. There's nothing we can do with that. We'll keep moving. Okay, he's dead too. Yeah, we're about to lose them both. So we just gotta accept that fate. Emil Bell got built. That's great. Good for them. So much for that, Scout. It was a pleasure. It was an honor and a privilege, sir. An honor and a privilege. Alright, so we can change our policy. Let me just hit OK so we can look at the map. So now we're at 5 of 5. You were neutral. Now you're probably like at 5 happiness. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Easy peasy. Alright, back to this. Story continues on both of these. So what do we got? Unusual activity. The opening of the city garden attracts large crowds. Oh, yes. Lush, peaceful surroundings. Disrupted by a horrific discovery, a body buried in one of the flower beds. The people and the government must work together to resolve such issues. Job is for the guards alone. We'll do the government this time. Yeah, the government. The people in the government. We'll work with the people. Those heathens. Oh, look at that. He got that one little tile in. Good for him. Look at that. I allowed that to happen. Which is actually fine with me. I'm going to grab this anyway. We got everything we wanted. I don't care about that tile. I could care less. Well, we got plenty of good stuff going for us. 5 food in their cities. I got 2 cities, so I will agree to this. I actually could get enough money up. Homa, maybe? Creek? We want 1 more city. Now, I will admit, actually speaking of which, you need to move. Your ideal location would be going to Creek. That's where we would want to be defending. Speaking of which, I'm going to buy a defensive thing, a galley, because he is. I don't think he's going to war us, but if he is, we're going to be prepared. All right. So let me look at my civics. So we can get a settlement limit. Oh, hey, another settlement limit, actually. That would probably be faster for us. So let's grab that. Also, it's policies we can use that we do need. So there we go. I'm kind of fine with this for now. The happiness would be pretty good. Actually, all of our scouts are dead, so we can take that out. That is very morbid. Yeah, 2 of everything sounds good to me. So we'll secure that. We could have got more food. I really don't think we need to. Actually, Kansas. So that's 2 food. I could probably get more out of this crab. Okay, I got 2 extra food out of it. We lost a little happy, but that's fine. I'd rather have it growing. We could throw our food elsewhere. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Alabama is working on building. We definitely need a market in here, among other things. The silk's pretty good. I do want to actually mess with that. Another city online would actually be a phenomenal idea. And actually looking at this is a great gold building we can work with. So Homa needs 275 gold. I think we will do that. So we can get a great 4 adjacency on this thing. We've crossed we put this here, so we can actually put a 3. Oh, no, this is our gold building. This is a 5 gold building, so we're going to go there. We hopped across as well, so we could put things over here if we need to. But if we do a gold building, okay, yeah, I kind of like this wrap we could do, because it's a 2 adjacency regardless for our sciences. So good gold building. Okay, I'm starting to see it. We could put something there too. I'm not sure what, but we can, like another gold building or something. I'm not sure, but this is a 5 adjacency, so we want Homa online. We do want Homa online. I could fight that. I'm not going to. I'm just kind of running away. I don't really need that situation. Oh, wow. This scout is 100%. Oh, not dead. That's impressive. The fact he lived surprises me. All right, we've unlocked Bursa, mainly in one of the amphitheaters. You're going to heal up. All right, we got 50 happiness for the celebration. Oh, I forgot to build 3 infantry to get me culture. That was a mistake on my part. Let me get a codex. I completely forgot about that. I could just take a bunch of food. Oh, I forgot about this tile that technically belongs to me. But is it really that big of a deal? Not really. Now, I could come out here for a 4 production tile. Also, it is a volcano tile. Oh, well, this food, science, and... Okay, that's better. Food, science, and everything on it? Yeah, don't mind me. We're going to grab that instead. All right, now we could actually... We can go out to a lot of things. There's this wine out here. Could start moving towards the rubies. There's this elephant. I'm actually just going to go grab a science and a 3 food, and we'll kind of build that way. Is this Megiddo's people? No, it's Chon-Chon's people, and there's Megiddo's. Okay. Yeah, we're going to kind of spread this out. I could do like a coastal settlement, maybe. I definitely feel like if I could, I want up here and up here. So I think those are going to be my focuses, because this kind of eats up most of the stuff we need. I don't care about wild game. The iron is outside of our purview. It's not really a big deal. I don't really want to settle this for just the turtles, even though the turtles are amazing. Now, a settle down here would be great. This is a resource central down here. I do like that. Actually, who all am I trading with? A few people. I don't know if I can trade with others. That is one downside. So we will have to look at that. I will support her in this again. I know she's just running away with all the culture and science right now, but we're doing okay. So we're fine with that. Our main goal is actually expanding. So that's what we're focusing on. We could go out for mathematics. I think we should actually. Let's get the rest of our stuff up and running. You're just going to sit here. All right. Okay. Yeah, I need to find where she is. Oh, Shangle. I need to befriend Shangle. We need to befriend them. That would get us another settlement limit. Xerxes has dispersed an independent I was befriending. which gave me a ton of influence back. We knew that would happen. I mean, that was just kind of being cheeky. We could increase our percentage of science. I could also just grab some salt, eat up some land. Honestly, yeah, let's just do this. Yeah, there we go. Just grab that. Okay, I knew this would happen. Really don't care. That really doesn't bother me. All right, let's go out here for more food. Oh, I can't reach the wine. That's a misclick on me because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. We still have plenty of influence left. Let's befriend Schenkel. All right, that's 15 turns. Maybe we can shave that just a little. Make it a little easier to swallow. All right, Colosseum is a possibility, and I might actually go for that in Alabama. Cahokia can build it. Oh, in 4 turns, though. That's a whole 2 turns less. Okay, yeah, you need to build Colosseum. In fact, we're going to go right... Ooh, that would actually be big. That would be very big. It makes a nice 3 out here. I can put... Oh, okay. We're planning it out. Yeah, I'm going to go here for a Colosseum. I'm just going to cancel this bath and go straight into it. Oh, it's 0 gold for my... Okay, that cost me nothing. That was funny. That was hilarious to do that. So, yep, we got that out of the way. So we're building Colosseum now. Alabama then can focus on, like, getting its market and its garden. Yeah, let's focus on a market. We definitely need a market. So it's a 5 everywhere we slice it. Oh, I could get a 6 out here. I might actually do that. Or do I go for the 5? If I go for a 5 here, I can get an amazing tile on culture. So yeah, let's do this one. We'll put the garden with it. That'll be a great way to go about it. A bath. Oh, we could put a bath here. Oh, we could put it here. I'll definitely take a bath there. We'll replace it with a grist mill. And then we'll see. Oh, you know what? Altar right there. And then we'll see where we want to put that amphitheater. So I like this. We'll go with that. I definitely need that market so we can increase our GDP. Creek is done, really. Harbor will... Oh, no, we're saving our money. Yeah, next turn or two, I want to make Homa into a city. So, yeah, we need to save it for Homa. All right, so there's that. Personally, I think maybe our best bet would be to ask Alexander if he would want another trade route with us. That would probably be a good idea. All right, I need to run away, but you got a whole bunch of bad guys. I want to get to that discoverable if we could. All right, we're going to sit here. Honestly, we're fine with this. Maybe a settle here. Well, either way, I kind of want to come up here. Shan. Yeah, there's a lot of resources. I think we're going to stay on our continent next stage, honestly. That's kind of what Pachacuti's all about. Oh, that might kill my boat. Okay, so there's a tradition slot, and there's the gift economy, which we actually do want to use. So let's go ahead and throw the gift economy in. That's more money and happiness. So we're at 89. We're up to 97. That's beautiful. All right, we're at 259. All right, it's 275. We're going to wait a second because I do need to heal all of this. So we are going to do that. Yeah, I'd rather have all that fixed. All right, so that's good. Okay, so we got our market in here. We could just do dates. I'm not opposed to that, but let's see. The silk, not really what we need. How about we throw some... No, you're building Colosseum for me. Don't do that. You're building Colosseum. You kind of need to do that. In that case, we'll just throw... Yeah, we'll just throw some silk in there for now. Yeah, that's definitely... That would have been bad. All right, so he's got a settler coming out. He's probably going to kind of take the land I want, which I have no choice in the matter unless I buy a settler, which is pretty expensive for me. Basically, do I want a city or a settler is what I'm going to have to decide next turn. Oh, we found Terra. Well, that's nice. All the way down here at the bottom past him, so if Xerxes wants to go that route. I haven't even found the other wonder. Oh, well. All right, so where's he? He's going that way. Okay, well, I'm fine with that. I want him to keep going that way. All right, that is a little unfortunate. Keeps throwing us further behind on making our city, but that's fine. All right, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and secure this silk. It's just more stuff we have to use in our empire. You're going to take the crabs. That's a great gold food tile, I mean. You're definitely taking crabs as well. All right, buildings in the capital. I'm going to take 2... Oh, hey, look, perfect. We can get our stuff. We could actually move things around, and I will. So we're going to drop this, grab a Nona, and do that. So it's going to be a little extra food in our areas. Everybody's pretty happy. He's actually joyous, so that might get us a little more production. And let's go ahead and turn Homa on. So 250. Boom. We now got that locked in. Where do we want to build things? We have a lot of good stuff. A harbor would actually be perfect, so we're going to start with that. And then after the harbor, we will then go into a lovely market. Oh, that's a... Yep, a 4 adjacency market is beautiful. We'll put a garden with it, too. Bath. Yeah, we could put a bath anywhere on here, really. It has some great adjacency. Let's just go with those 3 for now, though. Homa's going to be looking good. Is there a way we could give you... Yeah, let's give you a little bit of production here. Alabama doesn't really need that much. Let's go ahead and plug in. Let's let you have some silk. All right, keep doing that. And you're going to keep your food because it is production. So, yeah, we'll do that. We'll get that up and running. I'm just kind of searching around here. A lot of good land out there. If we get Colosseum, we'll then move on to doing a different thing. Okay, Terracotta Army. I'm worried Colosseum might be getting sniped from us here in a moment. In that case, okay, we could grab 3 production here, or we can grab 3 production, 3 science, and 8 food. So let's do that instead, because that food also equates to production. All right, so McKinney, that's where he put that. That's fine. That's actually a fine settle. Honestly, that works in our favor, because if we can kind of settle up here somewhere, maybe here, or maybe down one. I'm going to find a good spot up here. But my plan is to, okay, I'm going to snag this. Let's grab the science. Yeah, I just want to get through mathematics here. We are 64% through, so we are moving through the age rather quickly. I do think we're in a decent location. Oh, they can't hit us. We got lucky. All right. Still getting hit there. Double hit. We did get Colosseum. Man, those horses are huge, because Colosseum's looking rather small compared to them horses. So, yep, the Venerable Bede on that one. Don't mind me. We got ourselves a settlement limit. We've got Buzzard Cult, so 3 combat strength for land units when defending. And when making peace with another leader, we go to neutral. We get a free merchant in the capital. All great stuff. I almost want to plug that in because of how Xerxes is moving. Speaking of which, I think we should kind of get some warriors and stuff in a sort of pattern. Yeah, let's at least get these guys out. I almost want to upgrade them too. All right, narrative choice. We can go for economics or expansion. Expansion might actually be the way to go. Economics, we can get a bit more money. It's not bad. But expansion, we can get a population in all of our towns. And I think that'd be great. Yeah, we're running 3 cities. Our towns aren't even specialized yet, so they're not even helping the cities, and honestly, that's fine. So yeah, let's go with an expansionist, because even though we're not using these guys, we can still get like the yields and things like that. Also, I want all of them to grow right now, because we can grab some great tiles out of this. Like this. Oh yeah, let's just get all of our resources. Never hurts to have more resources. Let's head out for this. Oh yeah, let's just take those elephants right there. Let's go ahead and support this. I'm fine with that. Actually, yeah, that looks great. Kansas is looking good. Now, we do have to worry because I don't think he'll attack Creek. He'll probably attack Kansas, so I'm actually going to come in here, do a little safety measure. We're going to buy a burning arrow right now just to be on the safe side with that. In fact, I feel even safer with another commander, if I'm being honest. All right, so we're done with that. All that's left is the stuff in here. We've already got Monk's Mound, which was our main thing we would want. Sanchi Stupa would be pretty good. Nalanda will probably be taken. Angkor Wat has some merit. These are both gone. I want my settlement limits, though. And both of these have been built. Now, of course, we also have the production as well. But let's do the settlement limit. Now, as for production, we can get an amphitheater, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to one-turn this settler, because I want him now. And then we'll go into an amphitheater. I think that'd be great. Okay, that's not great. That's whatever. Yeah, pretty much we're going to go ahead and set up our amphitheaters over here, because we do have one more happiness thing to work with. And then basically once this goes away, we'll probably get in here for a nice 4 adjacency for cultures. All right, we're going to keep Buzzard Cult out for now. Probably not great for us to leave it out, but we're going to anyway. We did finish our thing, so we actually can move things around. 21 production is actually not bad. I mean, I could move things to where... No, it'd be roughly the same wherever you put the camels, really. So really, we're just waiting on the markets. Unfortunately... Well, we got one in Alabama, but for Homa. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get lighthouses. That's just how that is. Keep healing, please. All right, so let's get you up here. Okay, this guy's probably dead. If we could escape, that would be great. Shangle, can I... Yeah, let's throw another 8 turns, feels just right. Oh, what got built now? Nalanda. Yep, we knew Nalanda would be taken. That's pretty much a given. Let's go ahead and get our fortifications first, okay? And we'll upgrade these guys next turn, I think. Actually, let's go ahead and upgrade our burning arrows, at least. Oh, hey, why don't you just escape? Or disappear, I mean. Yeah, of course he would delete that, because he could actually, you know... Well, not this one, but... Bactria can get in here and actually take some tiles. That is a hole in his empire, though. All right, so... All right, we got our settler. Yeah, we need to come up here. Do not agree with this at all. That is a terrible settle because I want to kind of deal with Yavantapura anyway. So let's reject that. If I come to here, or maybe here, I can come back 3. Okay, no. But if I go here... Okay, we are going to lose the dates. Let's forget the dates. All right. What about everything else? I think this is actually a great spot. I think either here or here. The only downside with here is that I can't get this wine. I think this is actually a great spot. I think that's an ideal spot. We can get the wine. We can secure this. We come back 3 tiles. Ends us right here. No one's going to settle a 1-tile city. At least I wouldn't think they would. All right, we finally found Catherine. That's the other reason I wanted to come up here is I need to trade with Catherine. Like, that's a necessity for me. Also, I don't even know where Friedrich is, but I need to trade with him too. Speaking of GDP, let's take a look. All right, see, this is what I was talking about. See, we were down, now we're up. We're looking good. We're looking great. That's a great way to look at it. We're down in other areas. We gotta up the ante on that a little bit, but for now, we're looking decent, you know? So we gotta get our settle in, which I should have done sooner. I should have, you know, planned all that out to place him right when we do stuff, but, you know, those are micro changes. I will support this. I know she's so far ahead. I'm really helping her out, but, I mean, I don't really care on that. Yes, I have 3 cities now, so that's actually perfect for us. Yeah, we got 3 cities. We're looking great. We actually just got this one. We're going to throw that production into Homa, because Homa needs it, and we'll give you some silk, all right, to shoot that up. All right, that looks pretty good. We could maybe do a bit more science. Both are about the same, so this incense would do the same regardless. Yeah, it's just kind of whatever, honestly, on that. So we'll move on. It would be 2 science, though. That is something to think about. All right, actually, I want to rearrange this just a tad more. Really, it should be like so. I could use another unit here. Leave that alone. You're not going to move. Yeah, I don't think he will fight me, but you never know. Oh, yeah, we got to fix that. Fishing key fixed. There we go. All right, you're fine. Might throw a settler out there. Actually, you know what? Let's throw out a merchant if we can afford him. We can. I'm going to grab him, and I'm going to talk to Alexander here. I don't have enough influence. Hopefully we can get that, like, next turn or 2. All right, there we go. Found St. Petersburg. Fantastic. That means once our person is close enough, that should initiate trade route range. We do want to trade with our allies, because why would we not? All right, there's Pyramid of the Sun, which doesn't matter, but we've unlocked the Academy, which is definitely something we want to put down. All right, what do we got out here? Villas and stuff, okay. I mean, that's a little boost of everything. That's pretty nice. We got 4 food, 5 production, or 5 gold. Now, the only downside, though, is we will lose adjacency to our stuff. We keep the gold one, but we'll lose the food, and I don't really like that. I could also steal this production tile. I do kind of like that idea. Actually, you're here. I'm going to steal this tile from the capital, because it is a tropical tile, and that would work better for Alabama. So, oh, hey, here yeah, we'll just grab this 1-5 here, although we could really boost the food, but yeah, let's go for a 1-5 production. When Alabama grows, we'll steal this tile, because it is, oh, it grew right now. Yeah, let's grab this, because that's actually 2 science for us. Yeah, that's just a better alternative. All right, we're fully expanded out in the ways that matter. So we could do woodcutters, which, yeah, we should. So let's go ahead and grab that. If we could buy a woodcutter, that would be great. We can. Now, where do we want to put it? Honestly, yeah, I'd rather put it over here somewhere. And I think this is a great one because we'll always have this tile. The only downside would be the... Yeah, actually, I'm going to go here. I could put a gristmill there. And I would like to have a gristmill there. Also, we need to see about putting our pot cops down because that's more food, more gold. I'm just going to accept this because we have enough to send him... oh, actually, let's see if we can... Anywhere else we can go with this. Vyadipura. Yeah, we could trade with Vyadipura. We should do that, actually. That is an increase of resources that works in our favor. All right, we pretty much have everything except for this. And then after that, we're just going to grab some codices and stuff, honestly. Because I don't care about the last few things. All right, we got our academies. I do... Oh, that's right, because I still need my other stuff. Spherical Earth will give me 5 innovation and a scientific attribute point. Okay, that is big. That is big. We do want to do that. I didn't realize that gave a scientific attribute point. Before we do, let's go ahead and look at our academies. We can get a 6, 5, okay. That's a lot of food, but not a lot of science. This is our science tile. Yep, we're dying on our hill. This is a great science tile. So we're going to go there. We're going to snag that. We'll plan the amphitheater later, but we will want that. That is pretty good. I do like this also. We could steal this woodcutter as well. It is... Oh, it's flat plains. We're not going to steal that. Instead, oh yes, let's actually go with a specialist right here. That's actually great. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with a lot of this, so we're going to confirm. Now, Xerxes, we were reconciling with him a while ago, but I guess not. We could still do a trade route with him for 25, so that's actually not bad either. We'll just have to see. I don't think we're at the point yet. I think I should have went down here. Is it skill trades? GDP per turn for imported resources assigned to cities. Yep, so that's the one we need for GDP, but I want my settlement limit because that also equates GDP. So, actually, I'll put you here. And that kind of shores up the defense beautifully. So, yeah, I kind of like that because can't really get attacked through here unless we allow it, which means I could just take this guy and save that right there. All right, so, yeah, everybody just needs to chill out. We will go ahead and upgrade our warriors, though. It's not a bad idea. I'm going to explore this more. Catherine's got 4 of 8 settles, so I'm wondering how she's getting all this science. I know how she's getting all the culture, but the science I'm unsure of. All right. Let's do that right now. All right, let's try to get our settles in place here if we can. Yeah, looking at the map, I kind of like where we're at. So, honestly, the coast wasn't too far away. But, oh, and there's the crisis. +2 crisis policy slots. Villas can be purchased in towns. Okay, that lets me know kind of what we're dealing with here. So, it's the unhappiness crisis. Good to know. Good to know. All right, Homa is now a city. So, we got to think on that. We could do a specialist, really increase our gold input. I actually think grabbing some people would be a better idea, or production. Can I? Okay, I can actually get all these tiles. I can even get this volcano, too. That's actually pretty good. I don't really think we need that right now. Let's go for production. Reason being is that we really don't have the slots at the moment. That's the only real reason. I'm not going for that jade. I'm going to take more gold. I don't need combat strength. You all fight each other, do whatever you want. Just keep me out of it. Friedrich's starting to like me. That's good. We'll support this. I'm all for the culture. Let's keep pushing it forward. Try to finish this age strong if we could. So Friedrich likes me. That's great. What do we got here? Cahokia. Okay, we do want to do spherical earth, so let's get that out of the way. And then we'll... Actually, yeah, we'll just let him do that. And then for the academy... We could do a 2 science. Oh, we could get 3 science out here as well. That is a good idea. Yeah, because now we have a 3 tile here we could probably work with. And we got a lot of 3 tiles. This is going to be great for a lot of stuff. So actually, we'll go for this 7. Yeah, we're going to go there for that. So that works out well. Okay, Homa needs to build itself up entirely from scratch. We got villas. That's great. Monuments, good. Okay, what can we put here? Preferably, I want to get my culture stuff over here, of course. So let's start with our library with a 5 here. All right, and then we'll do a barracks on top of it. And then after we have those, we'll kind of see what we're doing next. All right, now for the crisis. I founded every settlement I own, and -6 in settlements with unfilled. Well, we have plenty of resource slots, so that actually works in our favor. You guys are just going to sit tight. I am going to go ahead and upgrade this guy just in case. And we've made it just to make sure. So there's the wine. We get all of this right to here. Well, we don't get that tile. And then we can take the iron, whatever this is. Yeah, I kind of like this spread. We're going to go ahead and go for it. So there's Kusa. Says Kusa's unhappy. Oh, we have not. We are more turns. Oh, wait, no, we are 6. Why? Oh, right. Okay, I know why you're unhappy. Completely forgot about that the moment I did it. But we could actually get into here. I wouldn't be opposed to that. 1, 2, 3. It wouldn't be great. We're not getting that lighthouse as much as I would love it. So we're going to have to leave that. Do we want to start putting in the dates? I think we should probably go for the silver because we do get 2 growths. Boom. Yeah, it's just nice having that. We got a 3. We got a 4. We're going to lose some of that adjacency, but... Oh, I didn't pay attention. That's a wine, so that'll be good. So Kusa, we got to throw some stuff into you. We don't have the money for that. There we go. Or for the resources, I mean. You should be allowed to plot a resource because I mean, I think that should be allowed even if I don't get a resource on that turn. That seems a little unfair to me, you know, because we got an empire-wide resource. So... All right, we're going to have to deal with that unhappiness. They're going to start revolting, quotes on that. We'll get it fixed. All right, we got a spearman from Shangle. They will befriend us in 3 turns. We're going to take another settlement limit from them, too, so we're actually going to plan for that. 25 culture. Ooh, capture a settlement. Nope, we're not doing that. I'm just going to take my 12 culture and move on. I'm not in the mood to settle, or to capture settlements, so we're going to start heading out this way. Let's do this. I actually could use a woodcutter. Do we want to mess with Kusa first, though? This altar would probably fix our problems. They're only -1 happiness. I think we'll pretty much fix that itself. So yeah, let's focus on the other areas that have been around longer, like Creek. I do want to get these. So let's go ahead and focus on the brickyards and saw pits. We will lose our food adjacency, but we will keep the gold. Is this a flat? Oh, that's just straight up farm. Okay. Yeah, we want to leave these open because I actually think Creek would be a great city as well, in all honesty. So now we could move around the mountain, actually. We do keep that food thing, but I'd rather get the money. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do this. So there we go. 2 gold, bunch of food right now. Creek can keep growing. All these are really doing great. Honestly, they can almost stand on their own. Oh, you actually like the fact I don't have... That's funny. Low happiness, I am well aware. We're working on it. All right, so I'm trying to see where she settled. There's Dersharkin. Very nice build for her. Whoa, a lot of stuff popped off. So settlement, I got crabs out of that. Okay, so that's good to know. We can grow our city, our town, I mean, Kansas. Let's keep heading out towards that rubies. That's always good. We're going to take some more gold. We have a celebration. Honestly, I don't know. We do have a few specialists. We could take a happiness hit for a little extra culture. I'm not opposed to that. I think, honestly, maybe a little extra science and production wouldn't hurt. Our culture's not great either, though. I just don't know if I want to eat into that happiness right now. Maybe we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So, yeah, that'll affect us a little bit. I don't even think we have that many people. So, okay, we could do more of those. I could go for another settler. Not really needed over here. He's more over here needed. Because we're at 6. We're about to be a 7. I would love to come down here for a settle. And to come up here for a settle. So Chon does kind of worry me about that. Also, around here would be pretty good settling as well. McKenna, I could try to come up a bit more, too. This would help secure a route with Catherine. Yondra Pura, we just got to wait. Okay, so you know what? I know what we're going to do. We're going to do this amphitheater. All right, got to double a ton of food on this. Oh, man, I wish I could keep this. Really do. Well, since they're both the same, just more food, let's go here. All right, we're going to go ahead and secure that amphitheater spot. We could do a specialist, getting us some culture. I think, actually, let's go ahead and grab this tile here. And we can even put a pot cop on it, which I will do. Yeah, that's 2 extra food for us. Yeah, let's actually put down some pot cops. That I'm actually okay with. Yep, some of those. So my plan after this, I'm going to give me another army commander. And then I'm going to build him up a military, because I am going to need it. Speaking of which, this spearman is going to go to Kusa. Because Kusa, in my opinion, is a little far from me. All right, we got that secured. Now we can get the ball rolling. All right, you have nothing, so we'll give you dates. We'll give you those dates, because for you, we'll throw in some crabs. So we're down on some happy, but we're slotted, so it's fine. Let's see here. We could move some things around. We don't have the import card just yet, which would give us actually even more GDP, but we'll leave that for now. So, yeah, let's just exit out of that. All right, yeah, we're just going to keep moving, keep exploring. We might lose our unit this turn. That boat might hit me. Looks like she's kind of keeping them at bay. That boat did hit me, and that is my burning arrow gone. But he did his job well. He did a great job. Because all we really needed was finding... All right, good. We've got those buildings unlocked. We just needed to find Catherine for the end there, so that works in our favor. Okay, I like a lot of this. I'm going to go ahead and take this 2-3 right now, just kind of finish that out. Also, I'm just going to start buying pot cops to really... boost us. That limestone will probably go away. I'll keep this one, though. That's always a good spot. We'll get some more of them in due time. As for this one, the specialists are really starting to kind of call me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. We're never going to get here with a building, so actually going here, if I could get a pot cop in there, I can. Perfect. Yeah, we do want to do that. I can't afford it right now, but we will. Let's go ahead and secure more of these resources. Great adjacency area for culture. Another great adjacency area for culture. We'll see about that for Kusa. For now, I'm really happy where Kusa is. The only downside is 1, 2, 3. I couldn't settle there. If I went here, it'd be 1 tile out. But this wouldn't be bad. Most of this goes away. But I'm just trying to make sure I'm close to Catherine. I want to trade with her. I want to trade with almost everybody. Actually, I pretty much do want to trade with everybody. All right, everything's unlocked except for lighthouses. We can't do that, so we don't even care. Unless we want to do Chart the Stars. It does give us 2 free altars. So let's go ahead and unlock that at least. And then we're just going to grab innovations and stuff. That's all we really need. All right, so we're just going to move on. Really, the only other thing is if I want to turn some of my cities into, or my towns into trade hubs, that would probably be the big move for me. That way I could actually make use of that. Hill forts would be pretty good, but yep, we're going to go for the settlement limit. That's going to get us up to an 8 easily, very effectively. We're going to skip all this. I want skill trades. Sanchi Stupa is still available, surprisingly. And so is Angkor Wat. Okay, I doubt we'll get those, but we'll head that way. All right, Homa, now looking very good. We're going to just go ahead and get another double on our academy and our blacksmith here, and then we'll be able to do the rest. I would like to get a brickyard, actually, if I could buy that. You know what? Yeah, let's hop the river here, unless... I kind of want to keep that 2 open. Yeah, we'll hop the river for that brickyard and a saw pit as well. Yeah, we'll hop it for those. So we have that little area kind of secured. I do need more pot cops, I know, but we'll get to that. All right, so saving unit maintenance, not really a big deal for me. I kind of just like the government I have. All right, there is Sanchi Stupa, just what I was saying. There's E equals MC squared from Catherine, not a surprise. Alexander studied philosophy, so he's working for Angkor Wat. We're going to go ahead and start grabbing these wonderful tiles here. Just keep letting the growth happen. All right, honestly, Kansas... not done. Yeah, because we can grab this. But it is looking very good. Might be finishing that up soon. All right, we got a scientific attribute, which is very big. We're actually going to take the building production, so we can make buildings even faster on top of everything else, which is fantastic. Okay, you're on your commander. I'm going to set you up with... We don't even have... Oh, we do have chariots. This costs 3 maintenance, though. A little pricey. Still, they are the best thing to have. So let's do 2 chariots. 2 burning arrows. That'll take care of that commander. He'll be nice and prepped. Technically, I want 1 more, too, to have in Kansas, just, you know, for this little situation. But that's neither here nor there. All right, 2 culture on the academy, 2 science on the academy, or 2 production on the academy. I will actually take the 2 culture to up that a little bit. We're not great on the culture, but we're not terrible either. I actually want to get a few more points in things, and that'll kind of help us out. Let's go ahead and take this, so that way we can get to the horses, because that is just outside of Cahokia's range. I will take the 5 food in cities. Definitely, I am pleased with that. Let me look at my influence. Wow, I have a lot of influence a turn. That's actually, I'm surprised. I thought they would have built more monuments and villas and stuff, but I guess not. All right, Xerxes is still not liking me. He wants to war me, like, today, and I just don't care. Okay, so we got the academy. Let's get our blacksmith plugged in with the academy. The arena definitely has to go over here. We could build some walls, not a bad idea. And I can just buy some pot cops here, which I definitely want to do. Grab one of those. All right, perfect. Wait, can I not buy another pot cop? Or was it just not? Okay, they're 160, that's why. We'll just move on then. All right, found 8 settlements. We're on our way to that. We need to kind of come up here. That's kind of why we're building a military a little bit. All right, we got our lighthouse. I don't really care because we can't put it down anywhere anyway. I'm just going to leave these open. I don't really want to specialize anything right now. So what I do want to do at this stage... Actually, I could get a pot cop here. So let me go ahead and put that down. Buy a pot cop for that. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, we want to get those down while we can because that will benefit us in the long run. In fact, I'm going to come down here for one of those too. All right, so you're growing. Let's grab the wine, of course. You need a granary. We'll get to that. All right, we're going to accept that from Alexander like we do. Luckily, our allies are not fighting yet anyway. Yeah, yet being the operative word. All right, we need to get some things. Let's start with a trade range. All right, so we're going to start with that, and we're just going to work our way to getting some codices because we have plenty of room and we have plenty of time. I say that, but the time might run out a lot sooner than we think. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, so she incorporated Artem. Good to know. Yeah, we want to get up here, so I do kind of need a bit of a military for that because I can see Chan Chan being a little hefty. Actually, if he kills that, that would be great for me. All right, so that's some trade range. All right, crisis continues. I will support that. Yeah, we got our 2 settles. We need to make them happen. All right, so now moving on. We're here just to make codices. Let's go ahead and grab that one. We're not going to steal from anybody, but we have it. We make so much influence a turn now. I'm actually just going to take that hit and keep the happiness. 28. Was it 260? First set, 300. Okay. I kind of want to settle down here. I do like the appeal of that. I want to get one more settle around here. Or around here. So we're just going to have to see on that. Actually, you know what? Okay, chart the stars. Your 2 turns. Get me another settler in 1 turn. you're finishing up your military rather quickly, so that will be fine. Pretty much by the time I finish that settler and get him out, this commander should be ready for war, so that'll be perfect. All right, Emil Bell, culture and all that. Let me change the policies, actually. Oh, well, when I get a chance. Yeah, give me another codex. All right, let's go ahead and grab this one. Oh, yeah, look at these. Lovely. Yeah, if I do, like, a settle around here, I can get some more of the volcano tiles. It'll be really good for us, because these volcano tiles are amazing. Look at that. I definitely want that. Is this flat? Ooh, I can get... Well, not that one, but I can get this one. Oh, that'd be good. All right, where are we at? What does this give us? Combat strength on infantry. We could unlock ancient bridges. Those do offer us... It is gold, so I wonder if it is considered a gold building. We could find that out. Yeah, let's at least secure those. We could actually put those down in a few places. All right, so we've accomplished this. You're open. I could put an altar there, but... Oh, I am thinking of crushing these for 2 and 3 adjacency, aren't I? Yeah, that is something. I could do an adjacency over here for the culture. It's not really a good idea, though. Yeah, I should probably crush these, because honestly, these 2 tiles are way better for culture than they are for this, production and science. So we'll go ahead and prep them. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go here, go for that. Yeah, we're going to do that. Let's get the villa in there, too. And then we'll put the others there. I'll put an altar here. Actually, let's do that. All right, we got to move our production. So let's just go ahead and secure the jade over here. Actually, that brickyard should be doing more for it than that, but oh well. All right, everything's pretty much slotted in. I'm going to go ahead and move some things around just to have them in our cities. There we go, just to kind of increase once we unlock that ability. Let's see here. Anything to drop? Oh, yep, we can drop one of these for another one of these. All that's left is a crab, but I don't really want to drop any of this production. I could drop this culture, I guess. It's 2.5. I'd rather have this, because we are a few turns away from skilled trades, but might as well have that prepped up for the few turns we'll have it. Okay, so now, let's see what we got. I don't care about that tile. I'm going to leave that to them. I just want the rubies. We're going to grab 200 more gold, which actually does get me enough money to do things. We got another policy. Let's just up the culture some more. 98. Codex needs slotted. I thought I already slotted these. Get in there. Thanks for the warning. All right, we have more rubies. I would kind of like... You know what? We make so much production, we can kind of pull back on that. Let's just really hammer down on the gold here. Yeah, let's hammer down on the gold. In fact, we'll just move over here. We're going to lose some more production, or some more culture, but we're going to get some production out of this, so I rather like that. All right, yep, there we go. Oh, my bad. I meant to buy something. Oh, well, we have more gold per turn, so never hurts to wait a turn. Alright, yeah, he's coming up here through that river. I got 3 altars. I now have the engineering ability. You're going to heal. Alright, okay. These specialists are starting to become more and more appealing. Like this one we will go ahead and take, because this will be a 2-tile that we'll always work with. Alright, let's grow our city. Let's get this iron. We can be the Normans if we want. That's great. Kusa, I do want to do some stuff. You got your settler out. Yeah, I am seeing a lot of great locations. I don't like this one, but maybe here. Yeah, this closes out a ton of land, and we get all the volcano tiles. Yeah, I'm going to go for this one. I think this will be a great spot. So we're going to try to shoot for that. All right. You have your last burning arrow, so we're going to have to be a little careful. In fact, we can actually... Yeah, let's just start heading that way. Let's take another codex. Please tell me you already slotted the darn thing. Thank you. All right. Now let's just keep doing codices at this point. We could go down here for 2 of them. I don't think we need to yet. Let's just keep grabbing ones. Production, you got your settler out. We're going to chart these stars real fast. That way we can get 2 more altars, so we can kind of plan here at the end. Yep, we can get 6 altars. We could track that. I don't know if we want piety. I do want to spend more money. More trade routes would be nice too. Actually, this could be pretty big. Midas Touch, I don't think we'll have enough gold buildings for... I need 4 more resources. This is actually be really big. Yeah, the rest is... We will get that. We probably take it, too. So, Happy Settlement. Okay, that doesn't matter. Any of these we'll grab at the end I don't think will happen. We never found or took those. Well, we found 1. It's too far away, though. Those aren't happening. I'm trying to spend money. I feel like I've done rather well on that, but not well enough, I guess. Actually, let me go into Kansas here. We could buy some more right now. Actually, you know what? Let me get this settler. Boom. We'll put him down there and get that secured. And let's see, we're going to get 2 free altars. Neither one of these has an altar, so that's 2 right there. So Koos is the one currently getting me the most stuff, so I'm actually going to grab that. Oh, yeah, and then let's actually plan this out a little bit. Granary, brickyard, no saw pit. There is, like, that'll get crushed. There might be some woodcutters here, but let's go ahead and do the... I'm going to put a granary right here. All right, we'll just secure that. And we're going to get into this valley a little bit because I want a grist mill with that granary. All right, because the mountains will stay effective for us the whole time. All right, could my guy not die? Please don't kill him. All right, I like him. He's pretty cool. Let's move that on. Let's get another codex. We're really ramping through at the end here. All right, I'm going to grab this because I want more pot cops. I keep buying them too. They are getting more expensive, which I don't like, but I'm going to go ahead and take a double on that. I don't know if that limestone's going to stay, and if it doesn't, I might as well have a pot cop on it. Definitely get me the horses. Creek needs a granary, that's for sure. All right, so we could go ahead and just snag 2 more codices. We already have 6, 7, 8, so let's go ahead and grab the 2, because that's basically the same cost. All right, I do want to get my blacksmith in first, so let's secure that. Let's secure our arena. Yeah, we'll get those in, and then I might think about an ancient bridge right there. Downside is it makes the fishing key useless, except for the fact that it does offer the ability to, how I want to put it, does offer the ability of, you know, making ships. So it's not entirely useless. All right, if I go here, I actually eat up almost the entire land, and I get every resource. So I'm actually going to go in here. I know I would rather have a science building here, but I'm here to take, okay? So that's that area's job. All right, we're actually going to pull back 1 just to get this guy. So maybe I should have waited. Actually, no, I'm still further than I would have been. Yeah, I'm worried about this, but we're gonna run it anyway. All right, have a gold building. So I'm glad everybody else is getting that except for me. All right, there we go. Now we're getting more GDP per turn, so we're actually getting double. So every time we have a slotted resource in a city and it's imported, we make even more. Yeah, Rizal's pretty close to us. I don't like that, but I have no choice at the moment. He can make all the gold buildings. I can only make markets because I don't have the water to do it. So that is our downfall. So Anchor Watt, yeah, all this stuff's been built. We're just going to hit future tech. There's nothing else really for us here. I mean, the cards are nice, but we don't really care. All right, so moving on. Homa has finished its villa. Let's go ahead and get our amphitheater, a lovely 3 amphitheater, along with a lovely 3 happiness on the arena. That'll be great. Granary, not really feeling it, but we could do a bath and a bridge. Now that I am feeling. So we will do that. So we're going to move our production. Let's grab this tile. It's a lovely tile to have. All right, anything unlocked? We could get more food. Oh, here, coinage. See, coinage on top of gift economy, going to be big for us. We will do that. So we're actually going to drop this. We barely have any specialists anyway. Yeah, see, we only lost 3 culture, but we gained a ton of money. All right, yeah, let's keep moving. This guy's going to be in danger soon. Actually, he's where he needs to be. All right, so we're double here, which is fine. We can go all the way to here and here. No one's settling that. We can go all the way to here. That leaves us just that 1 tile open. We can get out to here. Yep, these are all looking pretty good. Yep, I like this spot a lot. And it barely interferes with Kusa at all. So let's go ahead and plug this in. So there's Choctaw. All right, let's go ahead and get building. Apparently I have to... Oh, thanks. I'm not allowed to grab these. Thanks for that. Luckily we have volcano tiles. All right, so you need to head on over, and you are already heading that way. Before we do this, let's get into Choctaw. We could get some walls just to help it out right off the bat. I don't really care. Honestly, I'm going to leave that open. Probably put a granary right here, if I'm being honest. Yeah, let's go ahead and put a granary there. That's a nice granary to have. Because we do get adjacency to mountains. And I kind of want to leave that open. I'd rather put like a monument or something there. I can buy villas, by the way, so that's also an option. Alright, so now we can't build a wall. I would like to point that out. Let's fix this. Okay, round earther, we finished both of those, so we can unlock astronomy. There is the 10-turn timer, so we are now in the end of the age very quickly. So we gotta finish our moves up. We will welcome the people of Aratim, probably. So I could get Aratim up here. Actually, not the best settle. It's not the worst either. It does miss out on a few things, but it does get close to Choctaw. However, that does kind of ruin me for the settle I'm wanting to make. So I will be unhappy for a little bit. That's the downfall for that. However, it is one more settlement, and I'd have to do nothing for it. I just wish it was better placed. I really do. It is not an ideal spot. All right, you're doing your thing. You're doing your thing. Actually, you go forward 1, and then I can start putting troops out next turn. So that, or -1 happiness in all settlements, and -1 influence until the end of this age. I'm just going to go ahead and take them. Welcome to the club. It's kind of nice to have this area up here. Honestly, not bad. Not bad resource allocation. We can figure this out. Let's go ahead and repair that camp. It's going to be a very helpful camp. I'm not going to buy much in the way of things. I'm going to leave that be. All right, so what are we doing, Homo? We're going to crush that, so no point in putting a thing down. Let's go ahead and just take this. Is it flat? It is flat tropical. I could put a flat Oh, hey, this is a perfect flat tropical right there. Now let me get a pot cop, if I could. Slap that bad boy down. Look at that. Looks like the pot cop goes up in cost in the towns. So, okay, so it's how much you've put them in a certain area. Okay, that's good to know. That's really good to know. All right, let's grow our city. Definitely going to go out here for a woodcutter. Oh, that 3 food, 1 science isn't bad either. Is this our... That's our city hall. 1, 2... Okay, we actually grab some of this land. Let's go ahead and do it. Got a little extra food. I like it. All right, so 5 food in our cities. We will agree to that. That is production for us. So it's a win-win situation. All right, we could build walls. I do want walls. But first, let's finish up our pot cops. I want one there. That's probably my last one, because this... you know what? Maybe we don't. Well, let's just figure it out as we go. Defenseless settlement. Yes, I'm aware Kusa is defenseless. It will be fine. There's Choctaw. Let's go ahead and give him some food. And let's see here. We grabbed Artem. Oh, you know what? Some extra science. I will oblige by that, so we'll keep it. Also, where Artem's at, if we actually put some stuff down, we could get a lighthouse. We could get a lighthouse. Also, I'm seeing some stuff I definitely want. Shanshan is just in the way. It's an unfortunate situation for us, but he is in the way. All right, so this is all going on. I'm annoyed that that is just sitting there. Yeah, he's just dying, which is kind of funny, honestly. All right, this galley is just a champion, man. Just holding in there. All right, repair my farm that keeps getting destroyed. If I could put a pot cop on it, that would be... Are they blowing up my pot cops? I put a pot cop there. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Now, that is annoying. All right, let's get some more food. Grab that. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and grab these dates. Now we can really see what's going on. All right, so we were just shy of these rubies. That's not a big deal. Combat strength, I don't care. I just want food. Just want the food. All right, we're going to move forward 1. Let's get ourselves a chariot out. Nice and beautiful chariot. And then we'll put some burning arrows here and... here, and we'll move up a tile. There we go. So everything's secure here. And we'll just kind of move you around. All right, what we got going on now? We'll just accept that. Yeah, nothing to worry about here. Nothing to worry about here. All right, got some money. The age is ending rapidly. Choctaw, if I could get a fishing key for you, that would be perfect. Could do a harbor as well. Apparently I have a pot cop ability. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. All right, what are you doing? All right, you're doing your stuff. You'll finish it out. That's good. Granary has 3 resources, apparently. Where would that even go? Yeah, that's nice until it's not available anymore. So, we'll just kind of leave that be. I do kind of like the Mississippi abilities, though. Oh, this would be a nice settle out here. Actually, that's a great idea. Now that we know we're settling our continent, that will kind of help us get even better resources. Because playing as Inca, we will have to get a few mountains. That is our downfall right now, is that we won't have the mountains. But with them, I'm actually going to get one more army commander. Let's get him prepped. 3 army commanders would be ideal. Our alliance is weakening. I don't care. I'm a trade king, so that's what matters. All this looks great. I would love the culture. We'll rearrange this. I don't really think there's much else to really do in this regard anyway. I have 8 gold buildings. Yeah, I'd love that. So there's 2 more codices. All right, let's make sure they're slotted. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're shy on 2. Crisis continues to plague us. I might actually keep that. Might actually put a specialist there. You know what? I will. And, oh, I didn't even know we were doing that. So we got a specialist limit in all of our cities, which we might take. We might actually take that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just plug this in right here because we might crush this. Even if we don't, I don't want specialists there because they're not going to do anything for us anyway. All right, now as for up here, sadly, we won't be able to get those rubies as much as I would like to. So let's just secure these volcano tiles around us. I will support that for what we're doing. That's fine with me. All right. All right, yeah, let's see here. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and fight this guy. Get rid of him. All right, perfect. We got ourselves a promotion. I will go ahead and give him initiative because he's going to be killing things for me quite a bit. I won't delete Shanshan this age. Although, it's not a bad idea to do it. Alright, so we need... Oh, you know what? Hit me up with that. Alright, you could do an ancient bridge for me. Let's go ahead and try it. Will this get me more GDP? So it's one turn. I'm currently looking at 747. So I'm going to see if this is a thing. How did Friedrich pass me up? That's crazy. Alright, so we'll try that out. Let's go ahead and go over here. Alright, I do want to kind of put more pot cops down, but we'll see how that unfolds. Just 10 happiness in my capital. I'll just take the -6 in cities, because everybody's still going to be happy. Okay, we got our free altars. Yeah, let's go ahead and put those down. Ooh, that is a 3 food. I'm going to go ahead and take this, actually. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take that. We'll crush it later. I mean, monuments go away anyway. So, let's grab that one. Kusa, I already bought yours. Kansas gets the other one. Congratulations. And there's our dedication for Tower of Babel. There's our piety ability. Let me fish my boat. Yeah, fix my boat. What's this over here? That's my harbor. Could put a bridge here. I'm not opposed to that. Triumph Antiquity, 25 XP. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I can put a pot cop down. Actually, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Mainly, I want the food. So let's put those down. Man, these increase exponentially, and I do not like that at all. Creek. And get me another bridge. Could put a bridge here. It's a fishing key. I still need my harbor. I need my altar. Do I want to get the food on the altar right now? Yeah, let's go ahead and secure that. Valley of Flowers. Are you kidding me? Really? Really? Right there. In between the mountains. I should have known. Well, we found both of them. The downside is, he's definitely got a way to do this. I don't. I'd have to take Descilium from him, and I don't feel like doing that right now. I don't even know if I feel like doing that next age, really. Alright, we're fine on this. Skilled trades. Yeah, we're only down by, like, a few points, but I'm not happy being down. So let's get up. Boom! And there's 4 corners of the world right there. We're 9 of 8. That should have been 8 of... Oh, right. I didn't found the other one. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get the gold. That'll help solve that problem. And this sounds great, but the camels are actually better. And the reason being is because we can go ahead and plop those in pretty much anywhere. We're going to do Alabama, because Alabama's been good to us. Alright, let's start plugging these in. Get a little more culture, throw in a little more of that, and boom, abundance is unlocked. Let's get down here. Let's throw in some dates. Saves that little situation, huh? Not a problem now. Anything else we want to throw in here? Particularly, I mean, we could stop the food and try to increase our culture a tad more, but honestly, I think we're good. I think we're good. Next stage, we're going to be sitting very pretty. I'm going to move the chariot up one. Just kind of skip a turn. No point in really doing anything on that. Okay, I am going to move up one, though. Let's get this other chariot out. I can't move those burning arrows until next turn. They're probably going to... Oh, and there's the Trajan Empire. Nice. All right, I'm getting us XP for that kill. We've got that. Let's go ahead and support this, even though it's the end of the age. You know, might as well finish it out. You know, get all we can. Alright, let's secure the wheel, probably. Yeah, let's just do the wheel. We'll get that done. I could do walls or pot cops. Actually, I should make some merchants for next age. Yeah, actually putting them here is good. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Alright, so step you guys up. Don't step in the fire. That'd be a bad idea. I could move you up one, and attack. Let's go ahead and do that. And this one, let's cheat and do it this way. Okay, I need to move you up one more. There you go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and move him. Get some more XP out of that. There we go. Now we're leveling. Now we're leveling. We're definitely going to take the infantry units for sure. I know I'm leaving my arrows behind. Not a great idea, but Chanchan's really not doing much for me. So also, they're not even fighting me, so even better. There's our GDP, or innovation, my bad. We already got the GDP. All right, perfect. We got Library of Ashurbanipal, which we're probably going to use. Actually, I don't know what we're going to use, honestly. We'll figure that out. Is this flat? No, of course not. It's rough. Why am I thinking that? This is flat, though, and I could get a food off of it. I could also start putting in specialists, which actually isn't a terrible idea now. We will lose the sheep, so I don't want to do these yet. But the jade will... Well, actually, I don't even care about the jade. Yeah, let's take a look here. Yeah, we could go for some happiness and food and culture. Yeah, let's do that, actually. All right, now, as for you, you've pretty much accomplished your mission. We'll just keep growing you. Honestly, part of me thinks I should have done a few more things, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and go 3 food here. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and secure the iron. There we go, really push around. If I could get this silver, that would be my next best bet. Missouri actually can get me some things as well. If I do this right, okay, the only way would be here. So I'm going to lose these resources. Oh, we would have lost pretty much 2 of them anyway, so it's fine. So let's do a brickyard. It's going to get us more production. Let's do a fishing key and a harbor. All right. I can now put a lighthouse down here. I don't think I have... Oh, I am at 7. How many more for the lighthouses, or for the food? Gold buildings, I need a few more, and I know I've put down some bridges, which lets me know that the bridges do not count as gold buildings, and they are not increasing this. How is Friedrich at 861? Holy cow, how did he jump on that? Lose 10% of my gold, I reject that situation. Not happening. We're only a few turns left, might as well get a few more of these. Give me a 200 more gold, and put me down for +2 on my science buildings at least. Alright, so we're at the end of the age. There's not much else I can really do. I'm just gonna make a bunch of... Yeah, I'm making a bunch of merchants. That's kind of my goal. Oh, well, actually, how many more turns do we have left on the age? Can I see that? Because I wasn't paying attention. Score, that ain't it. I'm at 908. That's actually not terrible. Yeah, we'll bring this back because Inca will definitely help us. We're actually top military, which is surprising, and somehow I got 3rd place in science. I don't know how I did that because Catherine was leading the pack. Okay, Cahokia, yeah, cancel these. Get me 2 chariots and a ballista and a burning arrow. Actually, you don't need the burning arrow. Yeah, just give me these 3 units, and we'll put them with our commander, and we'll go to Kansas. Mainly, I definitely want that now, but that I have Missouri down here. So that's my main issue. Alright, let's move forward. Let's get rid of this guy later. Could remove him, let's not. I will attack you. That's XP I can work with. Apparently it's not much. Yep, you're just going to heal here. We're just going to leave it. Alright. Oh, I forgot we could trade with him. Well, that's great. I'm glad we could trade with all these people. I'm just sleeping. Alright, we're just making these guys for next age so we can catapult ourselves forward with our trade. I do see Xerxes lining up. I'm not going to say anything to him, though. Wow. Very interesting settles around here. Alright, 5 turns left. Okay, that's all I needed to know. And yeah, we're still slotting stuff. Well, if I have 5 turns left, I might... No, I wouldn't be able to. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. It's not a big deal. Is this flat? It is flat. I will go ahead and put that down. I want more pot cops. Okay, so let's keep going. Definitely feel this is the way to go. Okay, yep, we helped him shrink that. He'll probably still settle that. It's not a bad settle. All right, Kusa, all that. I need 5 gold buildings, which is very, very unfortunate. That's rather hard to do. All right, yeah, let's do this. I'm not getting a future tech, but if I'd known a bit sooner, I might have been able to work it out. Let me sleep these. I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm not changing that path. Alright, yeah, I'm just going to attack you. You can come in here. No point in having my chariot die for no reason. You can build a fortification. Alright, Eridim, I need you to do some things for me. An altar would be great. Go ahead and plug that in. Yeah, I definitely want these over here, so get me a saw pit. We're going to crush this bad one. It is what it is. There's a harbor and a fishing key. Nice. We'll put it right there. Get that harbor in. Perfect. We can get ourselves a lighthouse. We're going to let Artem grow. It should be... Okay, it's -1. It's close to happy. All right, so you are grow... Oh, right, we crushed something so we can expand. I think... Okay, so Catherine's right there. That's good to know. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm just shy of this stuff, which is slightly annoying, but we're going to go ahead and expand out anyway, get some more production. At least we know she's right there, so we can trade with her, so I do like that. We'll grab a woodcutter next turn. Alexander settled too close to me. That's fine. Knossos looks ugly. I don't really care. Okay, Knossos does kind of ruin this plan, now that I'm looking at it, but I will still definitely settle... Pure. Alright. I'm going to secure this. Let's move on. Let's get a woodcutter out here, just to make sure Artem's getting enough stuff for itself. Next, we need to get to this silver, even though that lime is nice. Yeah, Missouri is great. It's picking up a ton of resources and doing a ton of work for me. Alright, so we're going to dismiss him because I don't care. I do want an altar, but before we do, get me a trade outpost. I want the lighthouse, costs me 432, but we can still get a market, which is not a bad idea. So we'll go ahead and plug that in. And then I'm going to switch him right back to Growing Town. Alright, back up here. So, oh, it's telling me I can just make bridges all the way along. Right. I mean, that is an option. Okay, so we could do a granary. We're keeping that open as a gold building, so we're not doing that. Pot cops, I am for, though. We'll put one out there. And then ancient walls we could do. We're already building up a merchant empire, so let's at least put in a wall. kind of just go off of that. All right. Well, actually, I could also make settlers. It's not a terrible idea. Oh, actually, I can make more gold. No, I want you growing. I want you growing. All right. Yeah, you need to, whatever you're doing, you need to stop. Oh, wow, that looks fantastic, let me tell you. All right, everybody keep sleeping. All right, get rid of him. All right, start getting rid of this guy. I could probably even take him, but I'm not going to. All right, so there's that. Definitely want to make a settle up here now. I really don't care about killing Chon. Now that I'm looking at this commander's almost finished. I'm actually going to need a third or a fourth commander. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need a fourth commander. I can tell he's really raring to go on this. I don't like it. I don't like him one bit. Oh, wow, destroying all my property. That sounds about right. Good thing we have the money to fix that. All right, perfect. So you're done. I am more concerned about Kansas. So you were built for Kansas. You're going to Kansas. Or, my bad, Kanza. All right, we could go here, get another pot cop if we wanted. I could use a specialist, perhaps. It's not a terrible idea, but I don't really like it too much. So let's just go ahead and secure this production tile. And in fact, we could put a pot cop on it, too. So let's go ahead and do that as well. Get some nice production out of that, and then we'll probably build a wall. Probably a good idea to start getting a few walls in. We could finish this out. We could. Let's see. These will both stay for next age. So this isn't a bad area to keep. Our only issue is... Oh, well, we already take that hit as Pachacuti, don't we? Yeah, the maintenance. We already take that hit. Never mind. Yeah, we're already taking it because we're not adjacent to mountains. I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Maybe not. Yeah, let's finish this out. We'll hold on to that for now. If we crush it, we can always make advantage of it. Wow, he really had a fun time down there. Not gonna lie. So Catherine got on it. Good for her. She's probably gonna step off of it, though. I'm gonna take you in and put you over here, I think. I mean, to be fair, that phalanx would probably fight me, though. So I'm not thrilled about that idea. You know what? We'll move up and take that one hit. Let's do that. Do this. And, oh, I cannot fire. Interesting. We're just gonna skip. She clears that, whatever. Oh, she's gonna attack him. Okay. Everybody's taking damage from the fire. Alright, cool. Cool. Love it. Love it. Let's repair a pot cop. Let's go ahead and build some more pot cops while we can. Alright, beautiful. I will take... well, I was hoping for one more celebration. Seems I'll be just shy of that. Let's go ahead and put down one of these. Looks pretty good. Oh, there we go. Silver. Beautiful. That's really going to help us out. Yeah, we're not going to make future tech, but it is what it is. Alright, well, you got some pot cops. Go ahead and build that. Oh, that's right. You can only have one. Oh, Homa can only have one wall, because you can't build walls anywhere else. I'm fine with what we got. Honestly, I'm just going to confirm this. Move on. Although they are all joyous. I could get more production out of that. Alright. Burning arrow. Apparently can't do anything, which is dumb. Let's just get rid of you. I'm just going to heal. Skip your turn. Yep, you made all your wonderful people. Oh, we're not hitting next turn. Let's go ahead and move over to this. Let's get our lighthouse. Look at that. Beautiful lighthouse. Alright, back to growing. I'm just going to leave him growing. But now we do... See, this is what I was annoyed with. This is why... Our downside, this is where we're getting our downfall, is if we had lighthouses in our cities, we'd be rocking it. Also, my bad, I meant to put this in, because that's more gold. There we go, so we got that one secured. How many more gold buildings can we hit? I'm actually going to go ahead and trace that, so we need to get 3 more gold buildings. I don't know if we'll be able to. If I set up Choctaw as a trade outpost, Market 224, we could get that one. And then Kusa, we'll go ahead and trade outpost. So I need 400, I mean, let's let them grow, though. So I need like 400 some gold, and then I'm going to be shy by 1. Unless, oh, well, actually, Eridum could do it, too. Oh, he incorporated Chon. Okay, never mind. We're literally 1 turn left. That's unfortunate. All right, so let's go ahead and secure this. Actually, we might be able to do it. We might be able to do it. So Artem sets you up as a trade outpost as well. 224 for the markets. Okay, so this might work. This might work. Okay, so let's go to Choctaw. Let's get us a... Yeah, we're in our last turn, so there's no point in switching these around. So let's go ahead and 5... Or wait, my bad. Yeah, let's 6 this. All right. So we got that one. Kusa, let's go ahead and set to a trade outpost. Let's go ahead and hit this one up. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is amazing. Well, I do want to kind of keep that for science. Not that it really matters, of course. Yeah, we're going to lose this adjacency anyway, so let me think on this for just a second, at least. Let's at least go here. Yeah, that secures some good area. Alright, so, yep, next turn we can secure the last one. That works out beautifully. Okay, you grew, by the way, so let's go ahead and make sure we're securing all of Artem. She can settle up there. I don't care. I just want to make sure she's not eating into Artem's ability. Alright, we only have 1 turn left. I'm just going to make Pot Cop where we can, because I might as well get, you know, the stuff out of it and even if we lose it, it's not a big deal. Or, I mean, if we crush them, I mean. Alright, so defenseless settlement. Artem's gonna be fine. Okay, we did put some stuff down, so actually I should rearrange things a little bit. Yeah, let's throw this in there, because this is, it doesn't really matter, it's the end of the age, but there we go. I'm not gonna let any of these people revolt to me now. Yeah, you do your thing. Alright, so everybody get in. Was not expecting him to ally that. It's not really a big deal either. There we go. Yeah, heal up, because we'll probably be deleting Chan. He's not incorporating it that turn. There's no way. It's an impossibility. Besides, we're settling our continent anyway, so that's all we care about. So final turn this age. Antiquity's ending. Let me get into Artem here. Let's get that wonderful area where we can. We're going to delete it anyway, so let's just go ahead and take that. Beautiful. We got our 8 gold buildings. 4 major triumphs. Good for us. I didn't even know that was a challenge. We're getting our last growth in here. I think you can go one more, can't you? Yep, you can. Let's go ahead and secure that. Beautiful. All right, grow our cities, or our towns. Definitely want one of those. You've pretty much accomplished everything. I'm just going to shut this. Oh, you're fully... Okay, well, in that case... Yeah, let's grab everything, because sometimes they can set them up where sometimes things can get rearranged or reshuffled. I'm not a fan of it, but it can happen. I know this is the end of the age, and I'm still going to do it anyway. Now you're going to go down there. I'll just throw a culture here, because technically these two should be together. All right, let's transition this so we can be the Inca. We can be Hawaii. We can stay Mississippi. What do we get if we stay Mississippi? Looks like the same stuff. I don't like that. That's not cool. That really means nothing to me. Inca, though. 2 food and 1 production on mountain terrain. That's awesome. Can generate homeland treasure convoys in cities with 3 worked mountains. That's what we're after this age. That's what we want. Machu Picchu. Definitely want that bad boy. Yeah, so we're all about that. So we want to be Inca. We do want to be Inca, which is what we're going to secure. Because that's going to be this right here. Nope, my bad, one more. This, oh, and cities get food for every active trade route. Banger. Oh, that's amazing. Gold buildings receive adjacency from mountains. Rough terrain does not end movement. That's beautiful. This is beautiful. These are all great. But the main thing is this. We want our treasure convoys. That's why we're staying in the homelands. We're just going to work. Now, it has to be cities. So we want our mountain cities to really have 3 mountain tiles and just go for it. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be these guys. I'm actually going to keep these, and there's a reason for that. So we're keeping the cultural and the scientific attribute points. We're just going to keep those locked in. I know that seems redundant, but there's actually a reason for that before we transition. I think you know what it's going to be. Sadly, we're going to have to deal with this. We're going to go for wonder production. We want this. We want the culture and settlements for each resource assigned to them, and then the science one, science for each resource assigned. We got the room. That's how you really boost your economic win. We're slotting resources. We got to use them. So that's what we're going to go for. That date will go away, but that's not a big deal. So it's not in my area, so why do I care? All right, oh, can you not get in there? No, you cannot. Like that matters, but there you go. All right, let's transition this age, shall we? Oh, unit has some movement or has something to say. Ah, perfect. You made it to Kansas. It's where we want you to be, because it's great defense. Help us out. Kansas shouldn't be a city. We only have 2 mountains, not 3. Homa will stay. Cahokia will stay. Alabama, oh, 100%. Also, I see this and hate it, so we're going to have to move some things around for that. Choctaw, depending on what we do, that could be a city. Coosa, 1, 2, 3. It could definitely be a city. Honestly, I think it will be. It's got adjacencies that we can really work with, so definitely a good call. We're going to have a lot of cities, honestly. And, ooh, look, more mountains. We're definitely, yeah, we're settling up. We're settling up, okay? Next stage, we're settling more of this homeland, okay? We're going all over the place. I don't care about distant lands because we're going to make treasure convoys at home, all right? We have treasure convoys at home, okay? Well, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in exploration. Until then, peace.